fucking do this thing, man. This mysterious door popped up in the middle of Neben Bay. Well, it's weird because when we started the game, we of course had all the expansions pre-installed. So when we started the game, we got to the sewers, and then we just dinged a bunch of notifications into our brain that said, I just know about this Neben Bay door. I know I need to go to the anvil, what's it called, chapel. I know I need to talk to this one person about horse armor. Like, we suddenly just got all these little brain nuggets injected into our brains suddenly all at once when we enter the sewers. So, it's not like this was like a news thing, we just suddenly heard about it. But yes, a mysterious door. Could there be a big titty paladin girlfriend? So asks Meerkat. I mean, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. We're off to a pretty good start with a very ominous looking portal door thing. They weren't kidding when they said it's a strange door. Wonder if anyone else has gone in here. Because, I mean, we got the notes pretty early on about it. Strange door indeed. Fungus stalks. We get some new flora, I think. I think this is new. Putrid gigante. Alright, so when I look at weird mushrooms, the first thing I think of is Morrowind. Because Morrowind loves its weird, gigantic mushroom towers and Telvanni houses and crazy shit like that. So, this is... I mean, this is looking pretty cool and pretty weird. Saphara and Gaius. So we have two relatively normal-looking people. Excuse me?
Why? Everything is wrong.
You alright, bud?
Stay away from me. I won't go back. You can't make me go back. I'll kill you all. You're all going to die.
Uh-oh.
Stay back.
So, this guy, do I help? Who do I help? What do you think? What do you think, Saphara? You going in? No? Nope, you're just running around? Okay. I'm just gonna let this play out. I mean, this guy's gonna lose.
Back from that door if I were you. Nothing that's gone in has come out right.
Strange door indeed. So that answers my question. People have checked this out. We got like a little news report thing about it, so news has gotten out about it. Captain Elena, gigantic mushroom towers, as all of us should. By the way, Captain Elena, you'll be happy to know, I did get a response from Gracie. And she was unsure. She asked for like clarification if there was like a flavor of weird that you wanted to hear about. Here, I'll get you the exact text that she texted me earlier. Because I got a response. So next time I see Lunatic Chef, I'll let him know what the response to his question was. It was very wholesome. In fact, I'll go ahead and share, for anybody else listening in, I'll go ahead and share what her very wholesome answer to Lunatic Chef's was. It was, so we first met on Tinder. Full disclosure, it was on Tinder. So she said, what was the Lunatic Chef's question, what was the first thing that attracted her to me? She said, when I first saw your pic on Tinder, I saw your smile and thought you had a very kind face. I don't like to judge a book by its cover, but I thought you looked like the kind of person I could see myself with. And I was right. Called it. Hell yeah. So that was her response to Lunatic Chef's. Next time I see him in the chat, I'll make sure to let him know. But yeah, for Alina's though, she was like, yeah, is there a particular flavor of weird? I think she was also maybe thinking, like, I need more time to think of something. Yes. A conversation mid-fight. I think he had just killed the guy, so I think that's what happened there. Yeah, it's very sweet. It's very sweet. You're very... Oh, well, thank you, Meerkat. It takes one to know one, Meerkat. I don't know... I have no idea what you look like, Meerkat, but I know you're a tall glass of water, and that's kind of what I'm into, by the way.
I don't know where it came from, and
so,
I
the strange door.
Want to. Those who've gone in have come back out wrong. I'm just here to warn folks to stay away.
All the more reason for us to check that shit out.
Look for yourself. Their brains are addled.
Addled brains.
No sense. Perfectly normal people went in there. And this is what's come out.
I'm going in.
Ha! It's your funeral. I'm just here to warn people, not keep them out. Go ahead in. I'll be here to clean up the mess when you come out.
Ooh, Johnson's got one. Oh, by the way, yes, the dude is dead. So, Belmine Drellith, a name I don't recognize. Scruffy and Patchwork. Yeah, he was saying, like...
Unworthy.
Oh my.
Useless mortal meat. Walking bag of dung.
Okay. Are we saying we're unworthy or this lad was worthy?
A nice effort, though. Shame he's dead. These things...
Is that Shiogorath? I recognize that slightly Scottish voice.
Bring me a champion. Rend the flesh of my foes. A mortal champion to wade through the entrails of my enemies.
I feel like I should recognize that Scottish accent.
Really? Do come in. It's lovely in the Isles right now. Perfect time for a visit.
I should pause this before we get more interesting dialogue. Yeah, I got a key under the mat of my place is Meerkat. So Johnson's got a new one for us. I think Gracie might have gone to bed, so we might not get a response tonight. But I'll go ahead and message it. Did you know, from Johnson, did you know the Vikings gave kittens to new brides? Oops. Kittens to new brides to bring. God damn it, I'm awful at typing on the phone. Holy shit. So many typos. To bring Freya. I'm guessing Freya is like a person. I'll capitalize the F. I'm guessing that is it like a deity? A Viking deity? Freya's favor to her household. I mean, that is a pretty good blessing, I would say. So long as she's not allergic. Like I am. By the way, we might have to like change up how we do the Gracie question redemptions when I move in with her, because it's like, oh, she's right upstairs. Like it'll be I could still do them, but I'll have to be sneaky about them. To new brides to bring Freya's favor to her household. It is sent. Just a surprising thing I would do, a behavior or a weird way to dress, something I would shout or sing all of a sudden, a story I would tell, a way of dealing with a family member. So just something generally weird. Bringing a dwarf goat to the wedding. That is nice and weird. I do enjoy me some dwarf goats, Alina, pursuant to our conversation previously. She might want a kitten now. Well, she already has 2 kitty cats. I think she said before she's not sure she could do more than 2 cats at a time. I mean, 2 cats is sometimes plenty, obviously. That's part of the fun. I don't know who Freya is. I don't think I do. I'm guessing it's a mythological person. A Norse goddess? Okay. Norse goddess of a Norse goddess of well, I guess, or as well, probably was what you meant. Yeah. Just give fun little factoids. That is good. That is good, honestly. So it is a Vanir and Aesir goddess. So I'll confess, I know what the word Norse means. I don't know what any of the other words mean. But yeah, I've never heard of her before. She sounds like a cool lady. So Safara looks a little bit like weirded out. She's kind of like a little bit dodgy.
No, go away. I'm not here.
Her eyes are gigantic, like a cat. You know how cats, when they get excited, they get the giant murder eyes.
No.
So Safara is not quite herself. All right, well, this is gonna be weird. Lots of interesting fauna, or flora rather. Yeah, it's cool. It looks cool out here, and yeah, I don't know if I can recognize that face necessarily, but the voice inside implored us to enter because they promised the Isles are great this time of year. So here we go, friends. Door to the Fringe. Oh, just lots of things. Gotcha.
Please have a seat.
Oh my. Haskell? Madness of Pelagius? I feel like we've seen that book before. Nice metronome, by the way.
Do sit down.
So associated with love, beauty, fertility, all the good stuff. Sex, war, gold, all the good stuff, really. Yeah, I know literally nothing about Norse mythology. I know quite a bit about Greek mythology, as I took a class about it in high school. But yeah, Norse stuff, I could not be less educated. Yeah. All I know is Thor is in the Marvel movies, and Loki is in the Marvel movies, and Loki is the trickster lad. And that's all I got. Also, and there's a hammer. That's all I got. So, and that Odin, I think, made the frost trolls go away or something, because I've seen the meme where it's like Odin promised to, you know, all these other religious figures promised these one things, but Odin promised to get rid of the frost trolls. Do you see any frost trolls around? There we go. So now we know who to follow. So there's different gods of fertility. Okay. There's several gods of fertility. So everybody was very fertile. Good. All right. I love your metronome. Can I take it with me?
Yes,
can I keep
what
it?
I do for you? I imagine you're here about the door.
I like your very cool outfit. Tell me about this strange door.
Yes, you have entered, and now you are here.
Yeah, I guess I assume
Amazing.
he's like Zeus, the equivalent of Zeus in Norse mythology. I'm assuming.
You approach the Shivering Isles. Through the door behind me lies the realm of Sheogorath.
It is
Prince of
Sheogorath, okay.
Madness, Lord of the Never There.
That explains it. The never there. She did. The Safara was saying that she was saying, "Oh, I'm not here." Aren't like green gods? What does green gods mean? I've never heard that phrase before. I guess that. But you were saying, yeah, there's some overlap sometimes. A beautiful mare. So he was a horse at one point. Oh, Greek gods. I was like, green gods. Yeah, because you're right. It's fairly segmented. They're fairly like assigned in Greek and Roman mythology. A lot of them are soap operas. I mean, Greek mythology's got some fucking drama and some weird, kind of gross stuff. It's a lot. It is a lot, honestly.
I am Haskell, Chamberlain to the Lord Sheogorath.
Okay. Dordan Eben Bay, quest update. So yeah, what's going on with this door, man?
Because
Can we talk
my
about
Lord wills it to be so. It poses no danger to Mundus. No compact has been violated. It is a doorway, an invitation. Perhaps you will accept it for
I
what
wonder
it
what
is.
Mundus is. Is it like a different realm, maybe?
They entered this realm and were ill prepared. Their minds are now the property of my lord.
The Trojan War was started by 3 gods saying, "No, I'm sexier." Actually, I didn't know that detail, or maybe I did, but I've forgotten it. But no, I didn't know that was like how it all began. Oh, when you say the Trojan, oh, I was thinking like the Trojan horse. I was like, oh wait, that's not what you mean. The Trojan War. I guess there must have been the mythological war or something then, like some mythological event. I guess I am kind of fuzzy on my Greek mythology after all. But intelligent warfare. Ares, yeah. Are we sure Ares is? Yeah, I guess Ares would be Greek mythology. Because yeah, I know I always thought Athena was like the goddess of war, or at least like, yeah, I guess like tactician, strategery and that kind of thing. Prince of Troy chose one goddess over the other 2. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I guess for a minute there, I thought I would be able to hold a candle to this conversation, but it turns out I have forgotten a lot of these things. So never mind, I thought I was fairly knowledgeable about Greek mythology. Turns out I've forgotten a lot of shit, so you guys know much more than I do.
Cured? You speak as if they are diseased. They live now in another state of being. Perhaps it is you who needs a cure.
Just a different state of being, that's all it is. Goddess of Nike. Okay, I think you're making things up here. I think you're trying to pull one over on me.
For you? I do
Trying to
not
bamboozle
know.
me out here.
My lord seeks a mortal to act as his champion. As for his intent, to attempt to fathom it is a foolish endeavor. His will is his own. His reality follows suit. You are here because you chose to enter. You were not summoned.
He looks so bored. But I do like that way of looking at it. No, he's not insane. He's just in a altered state. Just they just exist in a different mindset than the rest of you. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just, they're just altered a little bit.
You do as you will. You may leave the way you entered. Your life will be none the worse for your time spent here.
Yeah, see, but now I'm
Or
curious.
You may continue onward, through the door behind me. If you can pass the gates of madness, perhaps the Lord Sheogorath will find a use for you.
Zeus is a great fighter. Well, that's the thing. That was kind of Zeus's thing. He fucked everything and like would transform himself into various animals and creatures to seduce various things. He's a strange lad.
Who is to say? There are always choices to be made. The realm of madness is no different in that regard. Your choices are your own. Enter or do not, but make your decision. I've other duties to which I must attend.
Yeah, you seem very
Visit me
busy.
again when you have made up your mind. The anticipation is almost too much to bear.
For this being the realm of madness, yeah, this guy is like the most bored out of all of them. So I think we've seen this book before. I don't think I want to bother reading it. It's kind of long anyway, but relative to other books in this game. Can I just go myself?
Well, have you made up your mind? The tension is almost palpable.
He's like, please, I'm very busy. There's no one behind me. There's no notes or things on his desks. Oh yeah, no, believe me, I'm very aware of Meerkat. Yeah, that is one of the things I do remember quite vividly. And I learned about this shit in high school, and it was like, oh my god. I'll fucking do it.
I'm sure my lord will be most pleased, assuming you ever manage to see him. You'll want to pass through the gates of madness. Oh, and mind the gatekeeper. He dislikes strangers to the realm.
I'm pretty strange.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh. Oh, I can't get up. Oh boy. Wow. That was cool. That was real cool. Good effect. I like this already a lot. Still can't get up, by the way. So we've done a quest for Sheogorath. You'd think that'd be enough to curry his favor, but I guess we'll find out. Shivering Isles. Gotta first pass through the gates of madness. What a happy little place. If we wanted to, we could go back, so we're not here forever necessarily. And of course we can go behind it. Very nice. So again, everyone take a shot. I'm about to talk about how much I love Morrowind. And yeah, this is the kind of stuff I missed in Morrowind, or missed from Morrowind. It was like the weird landscapes and just the surreal kind of stuff. This is what I was very much missing, and this is what I'm happy to see. Withering Moon, I find nothing of use. Can I get one of them? I harvested one. Let's see what kind of strange things they have growing out here. Restore Magicka, Shield, Cure Disease, all good things. So yeah, they got interesting flora that do neat things. Just take a bite out of one real quick. Yeah, Putrid Gigantea. That one sounds less pleasant. Got little butterflies floating about. Very cozy. I'm very much enjoying this. Oh, look at that sky. Wow, pretty. Got some cool spacey things going on. I'm like out here enjoying the scenery, thinking how pretty this is, and then a cliff racer dive bombs my ass and bites my ass off, and I'm like, motherfucker! I was having such a good time and relishing the Morrowind-ness, and then the unsavory Morrowind things happen. And I get fucking suplexed by a cliff racer. A lot of people compared it. I can absolutely see it. I would imagine there were probably people like me that played Oblivion, like in the base game, and they were like, wow, this is cool, but man, it feels fantasy. It feels like I'm playing Lord of the Rings, the video game, which is not a bad thing, but it's like fantasy realm, you know, a fantasy book, but in video game, and you know, just roleplay, fantasy, D&D setting. So it's like, I miss weird, I miss alien, I miss unfamiliar. And this is pretty fucking weird and alien and pretty unfamiliar, and this is what I like to see. So I think it might be my favorite. And there's gobos? Those motherfucking goblinos out here? What are you exactly? You are a... Come here. You're a Vegemite death dealer. Grumite death dealer, but Vegemite is funnier. Your animations are very exuberant. Oh, you get fucked just the same. I'm silenced though. Well, that's not cool. How did you oh, he probably had a poison or something. Ouch. Looks like he had killed something recently. And unsurprisingly, he's an extremely tanky boy. I don't knock your ass down again because that was really fun. He's doing very little damage, but he's got a dick ton of health. Yeah, fuck off with that nonsense. See what he's got. Cliff Racer comes out to eat my to eat your duck. That's right, your pecking duck. That's right. What's up, Rationalize? Good to see you, bud. Rationalize, I don't know if you were watching Dunk, but he's talking about how he's doing I think tomorrow. No, is it? Yeah, it'd be tomorrow, I think. He's starting his event stream where he's gonna do a 34. Or no, it's not 34 orb. It's all pillar run. It sounds like it'll take at least 24 hours. It's gonna be a damn doozy. Sounds freaking insane, but he's a Noita streamer that both Rationalize and I follow. And the stream, I'm sure, will be a good time for all of us, but it sounds miserable for him because all the pillars, I mean, yeah, for somebody who knows what they're doing, it'll take it, I would estimate, at least 30 hours. Yeah, it's like 45 the achievements, that's what they call them. Yeah, the pillars or the tree things. And let's see. Okay, we're not crashing. Well, maybe we are. Hold on. Are we crashing? We're thinking about it. We're thinking about crashing. Let's alt tab. Back in. Okay, it didn't crash, but it kind of thought about it. I should probably save. Like a quick save. It's gonna be bad for, yeah, like I said, it'll be entertaining for all of us, but it sounds miserable for him. What's your weapon? Let's see what this weapon is. Move your big sloppy ass. Your sloppy corpse. It is a cleaver. Cleaver, but I hardly even know her. Okay, so the damage isn't that good, but that's okay. The fact that there's new weapons and new monsters as well is kind of cool. It'll be fun, Rationalize. Yeah, I'm excited for it. The event streams are always fun. I can never really watch very much of them because for one thing, they go for goddamn ever. But it's nice to pop in from time to time. Also, Kajit, good to see you, friend. What's happening right now? So you are just in time, my friend. We are just now getting started with the Shivering Isles expansion. This is my first ever playthrough of Oblivion, and I would say we've beaten everything else we reasonably could up until this point. So we did all of the base game content, all the main story, all the factions. We did all the other DLCs, so Maroon's Razor and Knights of the Nine. We got the upgrades for Battlehorn Castle and for Frostcrack Spire, all that jazz. So now, oh, look how pretty that is. Holy shit, that's just beautiful. Wow, that's awesome. God, this makes me happy to see. Yeah, this is my favorite. I love this already. If it was just this area to look around in and say wow, that's cool. This fucking takes the cake, man. Some good shit. What's up, doo-doo? Sleep twice, but yeah, go to sleep, wait for 6 to 8 hours, wake up, watch for a bit, do a full day of stuff, go back to sleep, 8 hours, then maybe catch the end. I hope it doesn't go more than 24 hours for him, but yeah, it sounds like it'll be a doozy for sure. This is great, though. I love this. This is just wonderful. Whoop. And I kind of... boy, it is really not being nice to me, though. So, the one downside with this game... There's a few downsides, but the biggest one by far is that it does not like to run very well. Just at all. So, it hasn't crashed yet, but it really acts like it wants to. In fact, I almost kind of want it to crash, so that way we can just get a clean start, but... Because it seems like when it's struggling like this, it's just crash, it's fine. Just get it out of your system, game. A lot of encounter bingo. Well, you know what? And I might need to go back and remove some of these, because now that we're getting new monsters, I'm realizing now that we might not see familiar monsters from the base game anymore. We might see, all new stuff. I don't know, though. I don't know what to expect. Because, yeah, I added some new things recently. It's an angry game in 2022. That's just how it goes. I mean, I've talked to other people that stream this game, like Reaper Queen, and she says, yeah, this is just how it goes. Sometimes the game does not want to play nice. When it does play nice, it's great, but that is the challenge, of course. So this is more flora. Hold on, we got some slime. Hell yes. Can I rub it all over my body? Sexily. Orca digestive slime. Well, it damages literally everything, but it restores fatigue. Damage fatigue, restore fatigue. That is how it works. Want to try it as well, Rationalize? If you've never played it before, it is a very good game. Just make sure you save frequently, because, you know, the game will crash out on you, especially if you're streaming it. I think if you don't stream it, it probably handles itself pretty well. I think so. That's probably like the complication that I am introducing into this situation. Is streaming it means that there's extra overhead. Alt tabbing, of course, can, like, switching windows can make it get a little bit squirrely on you. So, you know, I am probably introducing unnecessary strain onto the system, but it is a good game. I do like it. For all my technical misgivings of the game, it is worth playing through. And I mean, this is cool as fuck. I love this. Imperial City in any kind of fast travel. Certainly not tonight. All we did is we started at... Actually, what do I even have a map? Oh, man. New area completely. Wowzers. So, we started just, like, looking out on Neben Bay, which is kind of by Leowin. Kind of, like, south of Cheydinhal, I think. Kind of by, like, north of Bravil, I think. Not Brazil, but Bravil. So, yeah, we were not particularly close to the Imperial City. See, I might need to, like, change up a bunch of the entries in the bingo card now that I know we're going to be, like, far away from a bunch of things. From a bunch of things that we thought were once familiar to us. Willpower being drained. Your face is being... Ouch. Was that paralysis? It didn't look like it was paralysis. It just knocked me on my ass. Maybe there's a bow ability that can, like, knock things down. So these guys are spellcasters, in addition to being melee things. I stunned him. Because yeah, at first I was thinking they were just physical and they had, like, poisons, but no, they got some spelly wellies. Older games, yeah. It's bitten you sometimes, Rationalize. I mean, this game does have autosaves, and they're fairly generous when you know they're going to be happening. That's for me, the limiting factor. As a lot of the time, I forget that it only autosaves if you exit from an exterior cell into an interior cell, or exit from an interior cell into an exterior cell. If you're going from outside to outside, it does not autosave. If you're going from interior to interior, it does not save. Only from in to out, or from out to in. Or if you fast travel, or if you rest. And those are pretty generous, but sometimes I'm dungeoning for like a full hour, for half an hour, and I'm not really paying attention, and so the game crashes, and I go, oh fuck, when was the last time I stepped outside? And it's been, you know, a minute. Another one! Where'd you come from? I wonder if this one was, like, always here and I just didn't see him, or if he came out of that, like, if there's, like, a dungeon nearby or something. Just don't look at it wrong and it won't crash. Yeah, it's very temperamental. I disarmed him, by the way. Successful disarm. Confirmed. Draining my strength, also confirmed. Very good. Out of Oblivion yourself. Got him level 70. Or to 70 sneak at least. That's impressive. While still in the prison? Khajiit, goddamn, that's amazing. I'm guessing you probably made, like, a sneak-heavy character. Like, a character that is meant to be sneaky. Because, yeah, my sneak started out real low. And it's still fairly low. In fact, I mean, my guy is primarily a spellcaster with some sword mixed in for good measure. And I've been sneaking quite a lot, and we've actually almost gotten it leveled up entirely. But it started very low, so it's taken almost 36 levels to get there. See, I can't really comment on how generous this game is compared to Skyrim with autosaves, but this one does pretty okay. Does better than Morrowind. You know I love Morrowind, but that game is less generous when it comes to autosaves. That's a game that's more likely to screw you over, I would say, if you don't save manually. Counts it as a paralyzed spell. The thing was, it knocked us down. So when you get paralyzed, you don't, like, fall over and then stand back and, like, have, like, a stand back up animation. When you get paralyzed, you're like a statue and you just go. Rrr. So it wasn't a paralyze, but it was a magical effect though. I wonder if it didn't drain our fatigue either. It must have been a bow ability that we've just never seen before that knocks people down. Kind of like with swords, there's the power attack. This one right here. where you do the spin attack. That spin attack has the chance to knock down. There must be something equivalent for bows when they get to a certain level or something. So, I think that's what was going on there. You can cheese half the stats. Well, I mean, you can cheese this game too. Cheesing is part of the fun, of course. Cheesing is in an Elder Scrolls game is almost to be expected. You know, I love me some Morrowind, but that game is almost built entirely out of cheese, much like the moon. So I Fallout 3 New Vegas used a skill point upgrade system. Yeah, the thing about this game is that I guess the anti-cheese that the game does to try to make up for what it hits you with. I don't know if I should be here, by the way. I'm just kind of fucking around. I should maybe follow the main questy area, but I don't know. I kind of want to like explore and be a weirdo, but I should probably follow the main quest. I don't know if I'll live to regret this. But yeah, I guess the anti-cheese that the game employs is the fact that there's the level scaling. Because as you're leveling up, the level scaling is kind of going against you as well. And that's where you have to be smart about when and how frequently you level up. Because if you level up too quickly, the level scaling will escape out from underneath you, and suddenly you're fighting things that are way too powerful. And you don't have the equipment to deal with it, you know, to handle it. So that's where if you know about the level scaling ahead of time, you can time your levels accordingly. You can be smart about it. And he did see me, didn't he? I was trying to go for a sneak attack. So you can cheese the anti-cheese, you know, accordingly, but it is tricky sometimes. Max stealth before you even leave the prison. That's amazing. I did not know about this. So there's like ways to make it happen. I think these guys must be getting summoned in from elsewhere, so maybe this is a sign I shouldn't be here yet. Not enough Mergics. The anti-cheese cheese. Delicious. It's just the crude cleavers. So there's probably like more gooder stuff. He had eggs on his person. That's a little bit weird. I can eat them and get silenced and dispelled. Lucky me. So I was actually thinking there'd be like a doorway. Some more egg mounds. Bromite eggs. Excuse me. Woo. And sneezing up a storm. The past like week I've been sneezing a fuck ton, but I don't feel sick. I think it's just still allergies. I feel a lot better over the past couple of days. It hasn't been as bad, but of course part of it too is that I'm going through a bunch of my old stuff and packing in preparation for a move. So, and as I'm packing, I'm going through things I haven't been through in a while, so it's dusty, so that's probably not helping either. Had to max out New Vegas. Well, it'll be a while before I get to New Vegas, because I've mentioned before, but I've only played the first Fallout game. So I'm helplessly behind in the Fallout series. And I liked the first Fallout game. It's very good. It's an extraordinarily hard game. I thought, at least. Others might disagree with me, but I thought it was a very, very challenging game. And I liked it. I find it very fulfilling, and I want to play Fallout 2, which I've heard is even better. Some people say it's the best one. And then, of course, there's 3, then there's New Vegas, then there's 4. I mean, there's a lot of Fallout games I want to play. But when I do play them, I would probably rather do kind of like I did this game, where I don't really do any known, at least, cheesing strats, and I go in with minimal, you know, minimal advice. I mean, taking, like, generalized advice on like the mechanics of the game. Again, people warned me about the level scaling, which was very helpful. So like that kind of advice I will welcome, but I probably wouldn't want to be too guided because I want it to be fairly vanilla, fairly au natural, you know, unshaven, if you will, unshaven and fully nude, the way that all Fallout games are meant to be enjoyed. But Alex, you're not fully nude right now. Oh, aren't I though? Also, oh, I thought I could get multiple sneak attacks. Silenced again. Gosh darn it. Just a little bit behind. Fallout 1 and Zorg. I've never heard of Zorg. Zorg. Is that one of those, like text-based kind of dungeon crawler games? You would have to mod 4 a little bit at least. 4 is kind of rough sometimes. I know that 4 was kind of disappointing to some when it first came out because 3 was like such a delightful shock. It's like, holy shit, there's a new Fallout game, what the fuck? And it was quite different than the previous ones and like kind of inventive in a lot of ways. And New Vegas apparently is even better. Everyone loves New Vegas. So then 4 is announced. It's like, oh my god, it's gonna reinvent everything. And then the game comes out and everyone's like, it's good, but it's not as... It's some people said it felt like a New Vegas or Fallout 3 expansion as opposed to like a full-fledged new thing. So I know some people were kind of like, on 4, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm nude under my clothes. Accurate. Fully nude under the clothing. That's the way to do it, man. Oh, it's okay, because I've heard of Zork. I was like, what is Zorg? Yeah, I've heard of Zork. I think it's one of the original, like, old school dungeon crawler. Kind of like, it's like a text-based one, kind of, right? By the way, we found Zedafin. Should I explore this ahead of time? I wonder if this is a bad idea. If anybody knows this game, knows this expansion, and you would recommend I don't explore this ahead of time, feel free to let me know, but I kind of want to check it out. It's really fucking... Yeah, I've never played it. I just know, like, very, like, surface level knowledge about it. Hey, what's up, Jim? Super difficult, but fun. Super difficult, but fun. That's my favorite kind of but fun. Home to a tribe of lads. Be sneaky boy, look at this. This is a big-ass dungeon. Now, this reminds me a little bit, architecture-wise, reminds me a little bit of some of the dungeons you see in the Tribunal expansion. And Mournhold, I believe, is what that area is called. Another one of these fellas. And hit him with the old razzle-dazzle. So I can't seem to string together sneak attacks like I could other thing. Although these are probably not considered NPCs. These are probably considered monsters. So that's probably why. Rudimentary text parser, but it was... on the level of police quest. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different game then. I thought Zork was like ASCII, like text-based. I thought police quest was like an honest to goodness, like had like a visual element to it. So maybe I'm getting my wires crossed then. Also, I like how the shields are made out of horseshoe crabs, right? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Lantern, we're running out of fuel. And I didn't want to look up some hints. Yeah, that's probably one of those games where it's like King's Quest hard sometimes, where yeah, you like finding where to go was like fuck you levels of difficult. Some madness ore and shield matrices. Okay, what the fuck am I getting into? I'll grab them. An unusual item called a matrix. It is something moldy and magical. Moldy and magical, just the way I like them. There's a lot of mushrooms about, so it makes sense. It's all text. Okay, yeah, I just didn't think... Okay, so I'm thinking of the right game. Maybe I'm forgetting what Police Quest is, then. Oh, just the parser. Okay, I got you. Because I've never played either, so I'm kind of out of pocket, admittedly. Hold on, what was that quest called? They called it... the Anti-Podian Hammer. Interesting. Your disease. This place is wild, dude. I'm liking it, but it is fucking wild. More fellas. I see 2 fellas. And oh, this is what the chests look like. Boop. And our reward is a durable steel mace. Or durable steel mace. More madness ore. Taking that ring as well. Why the hell not? Oh, God, so what's up, bud? Going for the ganks? You know, baby. It's still pretty good, yeah. Yeah, I think if it's the game I'm thinking it of, I think I get Police Quest and Police Naughts screwed up sometimes. But yeah, if it's the game I'm thinking that it is, apparently it's an undisputed classic that a lot of people are big fans of when it comes to. Oh, look at that little jig. He's doing a little Little dancy wancy and his pantsy wancy. Got the stanky leg. Oh, tell me, was I so sneaky he lost track of me? Oh, he found me. You found me. Gosh darn it. Now you're it, or now I'm it. He's getting us with the old razzle down. Look at that leg. What's that leg doing? Now he's just like vibrating with utmost intensity. Yeah, he didn't notice his buddy get. Oh, I pulled out my torch. That was a fool's. That was a newbie mistake right there. Okay, I was gonna be fancy, but no fanciness. Oh, paralyzed. Fuck you. Yeah, that's what happens when you get paralyzed. You just like fall over like a statue. Can I disarm while he's paralyzed? I probably can, but I think it's still pretty hard. Oh, there's a disarm right there. A lot of disarms today. Got the stanky leg. That's right. Stanky leg. That's a good phrase. An underutilized phrase, if you ask me. So we got some doors, another chest. Boop. Some Innsmouth looking motherfuckers. Yeah, honestly, it is kind of, what is it? Not Cthulhu, it's the other one. That the deep ones worship. Dagon, right? IA Dagon. I wonder if that's by, you know, that's gotta be intentional. This whole area is like Lovecraft vibes all over the place, isn't it? I don't know why I hadn't thought of that sooner, but yeah, that's gotta be more than just a coincidence. And then, of course, there was that one quest early on, Dirtmouth, I think is what it was called. Hack Dirt, that's what it was called. Hack Dirt was very much a Shadow over Innsmouth. Like the whole thing was a Shadow over Innsmouth reference. Like very explicitly and not subtly. Multiple sneak attacks. Oh, I'm so sneaky! I'm so sneaky! I yell from like down the hallway. Do you guys see how sneaky I am? Holy fuck! I'm so cool! This is really cool. This is really cool. I mean, there might be a bajillion dungeons like this. Hello, a flawed diamond. Here of all places. Did I just get ooh piece of candied? Well, this is gonna lead me to like a trap. Like to a bear trap, but for my penis, like a dick trap. This looks like a happy friend. Yeah. Okay, can't interact with it, but it looks very welcoming. This looks very welcoming too, for the matter. If I quick enough, there you go. If I quick enough, I can hit him with the old razzle dazzle. And that was a mage lad. Madness ore. Yeah, this is something I should definitely collect with my bare hands. Maybe I should extract it with my mouth. As we all know, the best things are the ones you extract exclusively with your mouth. A dungeon full of dick traps? Ooh, buddy. CBT D&D. Cock and ball torture Dungeons and Dragons. A match made in heaven. Or hell. Should probably keep this on, actually. I like little wispy friends. The little will-o-the-wisp enemies that we fight, like the honest-to-goodness will-o-the-wisps, don't like those. But these little wispy lads I like. They're pretty chill. Oh, I can't repair yet. I got shit to do. Got shit to do and monsters to murder. Wisp core. Huh. So this is the magic lad. I like his little crab necklace, which again, crab things and seafaring things and lizard deep one looking motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean there are Lovecraft vibes everywhere, and I'm very okay with that. I mean, I guess Sheogorath by his nature is reminiscent of Lovecraft insofar as cosmic horror. Maybe not cosmic horror, but just madness and like general lunacy. Although his is more chaotic and like lighthearted, whereas Lovecraft's brand of spooky times was, yeah, more cosmic horror and more existential. So I don't know. I guess I've yet to really experience much of what Sheogorath is truly all about to see how close it's going to be. The urn. Emmaus Mora in Skyrim has a cool quest line. Because, yeah, we just had the one quest for him in this game, and his design looked very Cthulhu-esque and cosmic horror-esque. So if there's more of that in Skyrim, then yeah, I'd be kind of curious to check that out. So we have that to look forward to in the future. In our future. Oh, he already saw me. Gosh darn it. Ouch. Damaged willpower. We'll see who's damaging whomst. Strength is drained. I am over encumbered now. Joke's on you. I meant for that to happen. That was intentional. It's what we like to call an epic gamer move. Can I move? I'm not silenced anymore. I can do this. Well, that let me rest my fatigue up, so now my hits are extra strong for a little bit. So, joke's on you. That actually was just what I was selfishly desiring. More like he or gore ass. Agasso with a signature expert takedown. Taking Sheogorath down a couple pegs. Taking him down a couple pegs, and Elgasso knows I love talking about pegging. One of my favorite things upon which to pontificate. So we found the Thane. There's some side areas I could also check out, or should I just fucking jump in and YOLO it? This might be a horrible mistake, but I think that's part of the Elder Scrolls experience, is finding a new area, throwing yourself into a dungeon, getting your entire butthole ate, and then reloading the save and pretending it never happened. These guys are very perceptive, I'm noticing. Like when I have my torch out, it makes a pretty big difference. And I actually had forgotten that my sneak was this high. I thought my sneak was significantly lower, but when I saw this, I was like, Jesus, 95? Are you kidding me? That's nearly to 100. That's crazy. I thought my sneak was like in the 70s still. By the way, my willpower kept getting damaged, I think. So, my willpower for sure. What else? Maybe it was just willpower? I guess I can't remember. It'd be nice if it was reddened, but the fact that we have the so many bonuses to it means it's actually kind of hard to say. What am I looking for? Here we go. It probably doesn't show it here, does it? No, it does not. So it's kind of up to me to just figure it out. So my willpower right now is 120. So if I do restore William power. 124. 124, okay. I feel like my agility should be higher. I'm gonna try restore agility real quick. Uh, 85. Okay. So we're good there. Speed's 99 already. Luck is maxed out. I'm gonna try endurance and I guess strength and intelligence too. The intelligence feels like it's a little bit low. So it is 85. Okay, so it's 85, so that's fine. So strength and intelligence are both 111. Intelligence is maxed. And okay, that probably is the max for strength then too. Yep, that was it. Okay. So never mind. I thought there was maybe more to it. Little ass blastier. Ass blastier articulation. I wouldn't disagree. He's in Daggerfall for a bit as well. Yeah, because in this game we only had that one quest, so it sounds like he likes to do his cameos until Skyrim when he makes a full-fledged appearance. I don't think he's an option for like a Daedric quest in Morrowind. I don't think he is. Although I haven't really, you know what? There's a number of Daedric Shrine quests I never did more because I never knew how to. I never knew where they were. Like I only happened upon a few of them. I've never tried to. Excuse me, looking them up. I've never been to Azura's shrine in Morrowind because I've never found it. And I kind of like Meerkat was saying, I've never wanted to look it up before. And apparently Azura's shrine is like the easiest to find, but I've never actually found it vanilla. Heavy armor. Ouch. I'm getting really stun locked. Wowzers. These guys are very jumpy. Some jumpy boys. I should fortify. Well, fortify is temporary is the problem. That's why I don't really do a lot of fortifies. It's like I don't want to deal with the upkeep. What am I doing? Oh, I want to repair. That's right. I know my shit's getting messed up real good. No hammer breakages yet, despite lots of hammer slappages. He's not really a Dunmer lad. Gotcha. The moon was an egg that hatched a cosmic jellyfish. That sounds awesome and a little bit terrifying. The moon is an egg is a thing I've heard. Well, I didn't even see that guy. I've heard that a couple times. Look at these cool, friendly statues. They look a little bit like those lads in Morrowind. The Hunger. That's what they call, I think. I think they're called Hunger in Morrowind. They damage your armor and weapons, I think. It's like their big thing. So, that's not... I'm guessing we might see something relevant to those guys in this game, in this expansion. Thump. Reflect damage, baby! Lots of potions and poisons and all kinds of goodies. Good for me. Good for Alex. Good for Alex, bad for bad guys. But yeah, again, these statues, though, they are quite striking. And... yeah, they're a little bit different. Not quite the same design, but like very similar to Hunger from Morrowind. So I wonder if that is an indication that those creatures are a creation of Sheogorath. How do you guys say it? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Sheogorath or Sheogorath? It's probably Sheo and not Sheo. Blam! Did I get that guy's attention? Yes, I most assuredly did. He's rushing to my location as we speak. Good. Let him come. Let him do his worst. Oh, wait. How's he gonna get to me, though? As this is a dead end. Never mind. Sheo, yeah, that's probably it. TBH. It's gonna be really awkward when that dude does find a way to get to me and manages to push me from behind. Yeah, Sheo, that's probably what it is, honestly. It's like I don't really hear his name very often until now. Sheo! We say Shay, we say Shay, we say Sheo. Okay, now I get it now. I get it now, Gasso. Took me a minute. I got you, BB. That is very satisfying. When the final hit is with the electric spell and they get fucking ass blasted backwards. Nothing like a good old ass blasting is what my grandma used to say. What my Meemaw used to say. Meemaw, Super Hobbit. Hey, repair hammer's nice. Hey, there he is. He managed to find us. Whoops. Not enough charge. I wonder if I should recharge, because these guys are pretty tanky boys. Are you out of arrows already? There's no way I disarmed him. His bow, that is. Bam. Yeah, he still had his bow. Getting pretty close to inventory maximalness. So I wonder how he got down then. Maybe he just jumped down. I could probably acrobatics it. Whoops. Sheogorath, we want to go home. It's weird. I keep trying to jump. Oh, can I not jump off of this? Oh, it's because I can't land on it. That's why I can't jump. Yeah, okay, so maybe that's a sign that maybe this is forbidden. Yeah, I can't jump from here. I can jump from here. Okay, so the game definitely doesn't want me doing that. Thinking I could physics it. But, yeah, not jumpy enough. I need to be a jumpier boy. Oh, look at that. Look at that person as they gaze down upon me. In a judgmental, highly judgmental fashion with mushrooms growing abreast. Okay, so maybe he came down one of these other avenues then. The dude we saw a little bit earlier. Hello? Hammer? There it is. Okay, one hammer broken. BT dubs. Oh, heck. Saw it too late. Are you a spellcaster? Oh, you're something else. Well, not really. Oh, Jesus, where'd you come from? No, he is the same kind of enemy. I thought he was like a different thing because he was slightly invisible. Or like camouflaged. Chameleoned, perhaps. Woo! Fortify athletics and then featherfall. Oh, you mean, very little featherfall. Interesting. Yeah, I guess you don't need a lot of featherfall, do you? Just any amount probably helps, so just instant fast travel. Is there feather in this game? I honestly can't remember if there is. I know there's no levitate, unfortunately. So 1 is all you need. So yeah, so 1 is sufficient then. To reduce damage to 0 damage at least. Madness. Madness D's nuts. Whoa! I absorbed it. Fuck you. Spellcaster McGee over here. Magus Painbringer, if that is your real name. Oh, he absorbed my shit. Oh no, he reflected. He didn't absorb it. He reflected it. Ouch. Bonk. The Spellcaster Lads or something else. Greater Staff of Hruin. Water Root Pod Pit. Huh. Cool. Yeah, so weird things. Weird reagents. Alchemical reagents. Get a closer look at you. I really can't. There we go. Wonder who that's supposed to be of. I can't stand on the head. Yeah, I don't know. For a minute I thought it was Vivek, but nah, there's no obvious line, and and his ears are too round, not elfish again. Mysticism. And Morrowind Featherfall removes fall damage. Fortification needs to be more than 1. Oh yeah, makes perfect sense. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there is feather in this game, is there? I know there's no levitation. There's like, a bunch of things that are unfortunately missing, but I can't remember about feather. Or featherfall, whatever you want to call it. Thump. Okay, he didn't even bother picking out his bow. He's like, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck this bow nonsense. Oh, I can't move because my strength is sad. That'll do it though. Oh, that's okay. You're right. Yeah, I'm thinking of. I was thinking of Featherfall, but yeah, you knew what I was getting at. You knew what I meant. I just wasn't saying it very well. Because yeah, if I go to, speaking of which, if I go to Light and Load, so it's called Feather Effect. Actually, Pack Mule is my favorite one, yeah. I was out of magic for a second there. Let's drop some things. Oh, armor, by the way. I just broke my third hammer. So using repair hammers, you can repair items up to 125% of their normal health. That's pretty sweet. Does more damage, provides extra protections. That's very good. So now I repair everything to like a fuck ton. I'm breaking a lot of hammers in the process, but I'm making my armorer skill that much more gooder. And they'll probably sell for much better too. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that's the expert level armor, I think, right? Oh, that was at the bottom. Expert level armor, hell yeah, baby. Yeah, the delicious eggs. Yeah, I've yet to eat the eggs. I'm a little bit afraid of what they will entail. Look at this nice receptionist desk they have out here. Some very casual administrator duties to be administered. Can I reach those? Probably more of what we saw earlier, right? I can very briefly reach them. Yeah. Kind of hard to time it. So anyway, this is where we saw the dude up on the bridge. Yes, yes, I remember it well. There's a friend right there. 2 friends. Lucky us. We're being so social. He's looking right at me. Now, somehow the other guy did not notice. You'll probably notice this, though. Okay, now he's noticed. Senpai has noticed me. It's just me, or is the music non-existent? I can't hear any music right now. That's so annoying. It keeps resetting my audio settings. I keep raising voices and raising music. Well, I don't raise it too much, but I definitely want to raise voices. And it keeps resetting to default settings. And the game is yet to crash today, so I'm not sure why it keeps resetting. Like, game, I promise. The game's like, trust me, Alex. We know it's better for you. It's like, no, please. I promise. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Sometimes, and I'm not a complete dumbass. Look at this guy. Okay, now he just took a shot. He didn't want to take a shot when he was that close to his buddy. I just stole his bow. Fuck you and your bow. But then he heals, but not much, thankfully. I like his dropkick attack. Wonder what all these things, these matrices and these madness ore things we're collecting, wonder what they could be used for. Used for ore. Also, we just looped around. Hold on, was there more that I missed? Actually looks like we've explored this whole floor, this whole gosh darn floor. Okay, I'll be honest, I was actually hoping there'd be a payoff at the end, but there really was nothing in the middle after all of it. Nothing like at the end. So I guess the dungeons in this expansion are kind of similar to the dungeons in the base game insofar as there's not always going to be a very big payoff. I was thinking, oh, maybe there's going to be a treasure room at the end, or you know, something like that. It's like, no, it just ends. There's just nothing else after a bit. But again, it's possible I came here too early. It's possible that we're supposed to come back here after we've done some of the main quest for a bit. There's also doors and like pathways that also appear to continue on the map, but definitely just kind of end suddenly. It's all the murder. It's the murder and or the friends we made along the way, of course. If anybody has a bingo entry, a bingo panel for breaking hammers, we've broken like 10 hammers today, so we achieved that one quite readily. Friends with murder. Is that like friends with benefits? Where the benefit is the murder? Okay, maybe that's not quite what friends with benefits means, but close enough. Is this the monolith from Stalker? Or I can make a single wish and have it bring me to madness. That'd be pretty appropriate given the whole, you know, Sheogorath situation here. Just gonna go for it. He almost started to run away, like, oh fuck. Was that, so did he reflect damage or was that absorption? I think he reflected. Clang. There's his little daggy. His little daggy waggy. Fungus stalks. Maybe like chews on them. It's like instead of chewing on tobacco or something, like chewing tobacco, they chew on fungus. Alright, well we explored that entire dungeon and we didn't really get a lot to show for it. We did get the Matrix objects, which is maybe something that's cool. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. And now it's all rainy inside. I don't need this torch when we're outside because it is plenty light out. Well, now that I've gone off the beaten path and explored and got my ass kicked a little bit, let's, you know, maybe get some quest progress done. Just like a proper Elder Scrolls game should be experienced, I started by fucking around and finding out. And getting a little bit lost along the way, of course. Just, I'm a simple man. I see a path with skulls impaled in front of a ruined city or a ruined stronghold. I gotta check that shit out. I gotta get my wiener wet a little bit. Hey, Reaper Queen, good to see you, friend. She says, Shivering Isles, what the fuck? That's right. After all this time, it's finally happened. It's happening after all this time. I was saying earlier where it's like I've been playing this game and streaming this game for almost for the majority of 6 months, the past 6 months, and it's taken all this time to get to this point right here. So here it is. Finally, I'm seeing what all the hype's about, and it's real fucking cool. I do. If this is all it is, if it's just standard dungeons but with cool aesthetic, if that's it, I'm happy. Because this is dope AF and I just love the visuals. But if there's like cool quests and like interesting story to go along with it, then assign at least my ass up, maybe even other parts of my body. Stay calm, stay fucking calm. Yeah, I'm imagining the clip from The Office. Stay calm, stay calm. Yeah, this is cool. And there's a... Oh, I thought that was a door, yeah. I'm trying to, like, take it all in. Trying to drink it all in. Who's this friend? This looks like the monsters we were dealing with just now. Again, yeah, more Dagon worshippers. Story expansion, so there's some cool story shit. The fact that it involves Sheogorath, apparently, makes it pretty compelling, because he's an interesting lad, to put it nicely. But it's simply... Some houses. I want to explore all the things. The exact reference. That's right. Although, now I will confess, Reaper Queen, I've only seen a little bit of The Office, and I like what I've seen, but I've never full committed to it. And I really ought to full commit. I did full commit to Parks and Rec, and I love it. I loved that show to hell and back. So it is wonderful, and all the references, all the memes that I'd heard about it, it matched up to the hype. Like, it met my expectations. But The Office has a pretty high bar to reach because all the memes are just fantastic, and I hope it can hold a candle to itself in that regard. And Tint, good to see you, buddy. Or Tint, maybe. Have I ever played this before? I have never played this before. This is my first playthrough, my friend. We're actually in the midst of my first ever Oblivion playthrough, so it's all been the same save. So in this single save, for the first time I've played through the base game, all the factions, so Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Thieves Guild, we did it all. We did it all, man. And also Maroon's Razor. We did that side quest. We did all the upgrades for Battlehorn Castle and Frostcrag Spire and the Pirate Cove, whatever that one was called. And yeah, we did we actually just finished Knights of the Nine last night. So yeah, this is truly and honestly my first Oblivion experience, and it is culminated with Shivering Isles, and I'm having a good time. And it's weird and it's cool, and I'm drinking it all in. It's fantastic stuff. Trailer Park Boys, that's another one I've been recommended. And I think I would like it because I have friends that know my sense of humor pretty well, and they were like, Alex, I think you would enjoy it. So I should probably give Trailer Park Boys an honest shake. I've watched zero of it, so I know nothing. I know some of the characters, but yeah, I know very little about like any clips about it, that kind of stuff. So Passwall, got some friends over here. These are very large and like kind of green and moldy and sad looking houses, but I bet there's some very nice people that live here. We did do Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, that was, I think, the first faction we completed fully. We joined all the factions and did a little bit of them, kind of a little bit at a time. But yeah, Dark Brotherhood was the first one we fully committed to. Uh-oh, are you mad at each other?
Listen to me.
They look angry.
You'll be swimming in blood soon. Yuck.
Well, maybe they're not angry. Well, this guy does. What are we watching?
Just as long as we don't catch any of their diseases. Adventurers always get strange diseases.
I mean, we have gotten, what is the vampire common cold? Porphyric hemophilia. We've only gotten porphyric hemophilia like 900 times. I'm just gonna cast Cure Disease on myself for no reason. You know, for no reason. Has nothing to do with this conversation.
Fun watching them get knocked around up there. I'll lead.
Getting knocked up? We're getting knocked up? Hell yeah.
I'm Fellas Sarandis. Don't breathe on me.
Don't breathe on me. Huh. Gross. Gross. What graphics card do I have? Mine is old. I have a 980 Ti, and maybe that's why I've been having problems. Maybe my graphics card is like too old, and that's why I have problems with this game. This is the only game that gives me problems, but yeah, this game frequently crashes my graphics drivers, so it's been a problem for this one at least. First season's really good too. Reminds you of Satanine a little bit doo-doo. Yeah, I can see that for sure. It's your favorite game tint. Excellent. Or tint. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm a Morrowind guy, so you'll hear me speak favorably of Morrowind all the damn time because I'm a smelly Morrowind fanboy. And also I'm old, so that was like my first one back in the day. I'm approaching my mid-30s, so I'm getting up there, but yeah, Morrowind was my jam. It still is my jam. And that's part of why I like this so much, because this actually reminds me of Morrowind a lot of ways. So I'm enjoying myself.
He's pretty scary, isn't he? Let's watch him in action.
So we actually haven't seen the Gatekeeper. I don't know what he describes
One
necessarily.
goes to the lands of mania, and one to dementia. The Gatekeeper makes sure no one gets in who isn't supposed to.
Favorite DLC? Yeah, everyone says this is the best DLC, and I think I get it. I think I see why. No such thing as a graphics card too old. Or maybe it's not so much that it's old. Maybe it's just that it's like being worn down. But yeah, it's weird that I have had so many problems, more than I've heard other people have. You think it looks good, Reaper Queen? Well, that's good. I'm glad that you think it looks pretty all right. I've got most of the settings not maxed out, but like set pretty high. And I had them set higher, and I've lowered the settings. I've tried like experimenting with the settings to see if I can find a configuration that leads to fewer crashes. But it's kind of been a crapshoot, honestly. A little bit too young to finish it back in those days. It is a good game, but I don't fault anybody for being like maybe a little bit put off by Morrowind, because as I'm sure you know, the start is real slow. Of course, the combat is kind of not great. It's kind of not aged very well. So I never fault anybody for not being the biggest fans of Morrowind. But for those us old school gamers, though, for those of us that was all we had back in those days, and we stuck it through, there's a very satisfying and fulfilling experience underneath some admittedly kind of crusty outer layers in the early game that are kind of slow and kind of arduous. It's very, very good. And like I said, I like this a lot, and it's because it reminds me of Morrowind. So that's, I would say, it speaks to my love of that game.
It's a nice enough place, less dirty than others. I feel
It's
like I
dirty.
belong. That old man in the room made out of butterflies, he said to wait here.
Made out of butterflies, you say? Okay, I'm curious.
There is a Khajiit in Crucible who believes the world is about to end.
It's just not optimized, yeah. Tried some bug fix stuff, Jim, yeah. It's actually been better We had a pretty gnarly crash last night, actually. It took the stream down, unfortunately. But it's been better lately. It's your favorite, though, yeah. Well, the thing is, this game is, what do we say, 16, 17 years old at this point? And Skyrim is over 10 years old at this point, so... We're only 2 games old at this point, but still 2 games means we're going back over 15 years, which is significant. So yeah, this game is retro. Why are we clapping? Whoa, 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 where are you going, bud? Whoa, hey, come back, I want to talk. I want to bro out. Alright, so I guess this is indication that our next destination then is going to be out here towards the Gatekeeper. Should I follow them, or should I like explore on my own? I kind of explore on my own. Now, I've been looking at graphics cards. Okay, so they're not... Oh, no, stuff's happening. Yeah, let's see it all go down.
Stay away from the Gatekeeper. Let us handle this.
So this is the Gatekeeper then, huh? I like her purple armor. Hey, man, what's going on here?
Sheldon.
Sheldon?
The longest.
Bazinga!
I'm mayor of
This has to... This is before. This is before
and
that.
Because I'm the best at being in charge.
I think it's spelled
Welcome
differently.
to my town.
My town, he says. They're pretty quick lads, that's right. Trying to see if for a new PC. Yeah, no, on the maybe if there's anybody who has like knowledge about this kind of thing, I would welcome your input. Because yes, my graphics card, it's a 980 Ti, and I bought it refurbished 8 years ago, 7 years ago. It's old and it's out of date, and I could do an upgrade. They just obviously the 4090 line just came out for the RTX cards, but then also AMD with its what's it called? Whatever the AMD card is. I've already forgotten what it's called. But the AMD competitor is also quite compelling. I was actually thinking originally I would get a 30 series card because they're cheaper than they've been for a while now. But the newest AMD card is comparable prices and are performing better across the board. But then but you're still spending close to $1,000. And if I'm spending close to 1,000 bones, that means I'm only a few hundred away from the 4000 series. So the question is, if anybody has any intel from a streaming perspective, that's the thing I'm most looking for. As we were talking about this in my Discord server, how AMD has the AV1 codec and Intel has the NVENC dedicated streaming I guess component on its cards. So they both have things going for them as far as dedicated hardware meant for streaming and or video encoding, really is what it comes down to. Video encoding. And from a streamer, that's the thing that most excites me. Something that's on a graphics card that handles a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to streaming, and again, video encoding is expensive for video cards. So like something that handles that part of it especially good is very exciting for me. I don't really care as much about the other details because you buy a new graphics card, it's going to be an upgrade. The thing that I care most about is, can it handle streaming better? So that's the thing I've done some research on, but last I've read as of like a week ago is that it was still too early to say what's the best choice. So I haven't pulled the trigger on any upgrades yet, but it's probably my next big purchase will be a new graphics card. And possibly a new case, because these graphic cards are fucking thick, and my 980 Ti is smaller by a pretty wide margin compared to some of these newer ones, obviously. But yeah, maybe a pre-built or something. You think maybe half a year, 3080, 4090. The question is not because yeah, I have money saved up, so I could afford it. It's more of a question of just getting the most bang out of my buck, that kind of thing. You're not crazy about the RTX, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, Intel's been fine for me graphics card wise, so I really can't complain. I have a pretty okay processor. I have a Ryzen 7 2700X, so pretty good, but not top of the line at all. Just go pre-built and kind of upgrade. Yeah, I would probably stick with my current rig and just upgrade my current components. So just the graphics card. I don't think I would have to upgrade my power supply because I have a 900 watt PSU, so I think I'm probably good there. AMD for the past 15 years, you think they do it pretty well? Handle RTX better, just in your experience? Because yeah, for a while the golden standard was the RTX line, and AMD was always playing second fiddle. Last I heard is that they still play second fiddle as far as like performance, but when you consider cost effectiveness, that's where there's the compelling argument to be considered for RTX. Some Linus Tech Tips, yeah, I'm with you, Reaper Queen. I've I last I spent like a couple hours doing some digging, doing some video watching last week, and Linus made some very compelling points for the AMD line, but a lot of his points were it's still too early to say definitively like what's the better choice, and there I couldn't find a thing from Linus at least that was talking about the video coding encoding aspect, which is the part that I'm most excited about. So I think it's just still too early. It is a good way to learn though, Dave. Yeah, you're right. And he makes a lot of content, so it's hard to keep up with all of it, obviously. He's not always the best. Yeah, it's like you want to take in my experience, it's like he is one of many things to take in. So Linus, try the Nexus something, I can't remember what it's called. You know, take in a couple of different sources, but it is good though. Built PCs for a while. It's all about the market pricing. Just got exactly timed, and I think you've hit the nail on the head as to why I feel compelled to strike. Maybe not immediately, but I'm nervous to wait, because last time I played the wait and see card, it took us like fucking 3 years to get past the crypto hump, and then bubble, and then crash, and then, you know, resolution that we've finally landed upon. Because for a minute there, it was miserable, and there were many moments where I thought to myself, if my graphics card dies, I will have no option other than to spend like, you know, twice the market price of a mediocre card. Now, if my card were to die, I have options, and I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't wait for it to die. Maybe I should strike sooner than that. They also had some security issues. That's a problem. Yeah. AMD doesn't have that issue. You're right. Yeah, I mean 4090s I think have been catching fire for some rigs with, you know, bad faulty, you know, manufacturing. Obviously, I don't think it's a design problem, but still, the fact that there's not always good heat regulation is an issue to consider. I mean, I'd rather not explode shit if I can help it. Things will be more available soon. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty available and pretty relatively cheap right now. It'd be nice if price drops started to happen. I think one theory was that AMD might start dropping prices pretty soon on their newest cards, but we'll see. Security vulnerabilities are just the thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably just kind of a fundamental flaw then, for Intel at least. There was the COVID issue, right? Yeah, it was just that was at least part of it for a while there, and just general, yeah, just general market and also supply chain issues. Yeah, it was a mess. Forsaking performance. Okay, I got you, Dave. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Drinking a little bit. It's a Friday night, man. That's how it goes. Sinking their own ship by raising the price. Well, that's the thing too. The prices were like a lot higher than we wanted them to be for the 4000 series, and AMD as well. I mean, theirs are, I think it's 900 and 1000 for the newest line that just announced. And honestly, it seems like the 900 card, the 900 card is priced such that for an extra $100 to get the top line card, you get much better stuff. So yeah, at this point, the standard is a minimum of $1,000, which is kind of, I mean, Intel is worse about it, but AMD is also like, really, guys, $1,000, goddamn. So it'd be nice if it dropped sooner than later, but I don't know. We'll see. Think wait, maybe by the end of first quarter, that would be nice. So yeah, I might just play the wait and see card. We'll see. Just gotta plug it in fully. Oh, okay, so you think it was maybe people pushing it too hard? Maybe pick up a Titan right now, yeah. Yeah, it's there a lot of things to consider. So like we were saying, it probably would be worth my while to do some research. And, but I do appreciate the insight, guys. I appreciate your advice and kind of hearing what you guys have to say. But yeah, it sounds like there's still a lot to delve into. What was he saying, by the way? A party of adventurers?
They say the keys are sewn up in the gatekeeper's body. Basically, that means you're not getting in. The place was pretty deserted when I got here. Of course, once I was here, others followed. Can't say I blame them.
Gotta push the plug-in all the way in, so it's like you gotta give it some extra oomph then.
Felmore must be a terrible place to live.
Okay. Well, let's watch how this goes down. Well, surprisingly, I'm actually not that surprised. Surprisingly, this big boy is winning quite handedly. They're bleeding all over the place. Oh, that's fantastic, Reaper Queen. Reaper, I appreciate the raid last night. I remember Reaper Queen raids in and she's like, I may be drinking right now. And I was like, hell yeah, getting turned on a Thursday night. That's what I like to hear, baby. Of course, for a lot of us, last night was our Friday. So tonight is like Friday number 2, because I had today off, which was nice. So that's a time to party hardy, I would say. It's just not very good design, Dave. Yeah, that is kind of that is concerning, obviously. What's up, BDR? That's the life. That's the dream. Talk to the residents before trying to deal with this creature.
Yeah. Look at all the blood and gore.
You all right, buddy?
Getting out of here.
Uh-oh. All right, GG's.
Try not to stand so close.
So close.
Pretty scary, isn't he? Jared's planning on killing him. I don't know how. The gatekeeper looks indestructible to me.
Maybe we need to find an Achilles heel of this lad. The Fringe of Madness. What do you think, Sheldon?
Yes? You need my help, don't you?
Don't you?
He guards the gates of madness. Don't get too close to him. He'll kill you.
Got yourself a shiny, Osa? What kind of shiny did you get?
Jared Ice Veins wants to kill the gatekeeper. Sounds like suicide to me.
He's got veins of... I guess veins of steel, not veins of ice. Veins of steel is the saying. Still. Alright, so he's gonna be our next target, but it sounds like we can't just like throw ourselves at him willy-nilly. We probably need to be smart about this. And being smart about this is for nerds. What's up, Arctic? The stream to a character? Do you mean my character? Or do you mean... Oh, my guy's like mad. He's Madge. Or do you mean this friend? Because these friends... I mean, between the two of them, they're both... Well, they're both kind of shitheads, but... They're at least, like, not attacking me openly, which is good. So these are just the outskirts, then. So Sheldon's the lad. He's the character. What's it called? The Wastrel's Purse. Yeah, this... I'm really enjoying the aesthetic. This feels like, yeah, a grungy, kind of mossy mushroom land.
Yes?
Everything kind of... I bet everything just kind of smells what, even when it's not raining. Just kind of a musky aesthetic with this whole place, and I'm kind of vibing to it, honestly. The throw is something else. I was hoping he would drop a bazinga on us, but no such luck.
Hello, I'm Dreadwin. No one was running this place when I got here. They left plenty of things behind, though. What do you
Is she okay?
need?
What do you need?
He protects the gates of madness. He'll kill anyone who gets near. Anyone except Relmina Veranim. She's staying upstairs.
Sounds like I should talk to her then. See how she managed. Yeah, talk to her then.
I feel like I need to be on the other side. I'm just not sure how to get in.
Looks like she's already been a little bit affected by the whole Gates of Madness
I
thing.
took over the inn when I got here. There wasn't anyone living here. Except for Sheldon. He says he's
the
never-
mayor.
Don't believe it.
Or so he claims. The editing error, yeah. Yeah, there's like a few instances of that, right? Because somebody showed me a video of that where, yeah, they read the line and they go, can I read that one more time? Then they repeat it over again, and it's still, I mean, they don't show it in the subtitles, but it's very much included with the lip sync and everything, so. Yeah, there's a couple of cases like that in Sonic 06 and, you know, some other games, obviously.
Drove the unrestful
But there's like 2 or 3 in this game.
Items to build something.
The
That's some
Unrestful.
business.
Dwarven mace, and some booze, and some potions, and some strangely normal-looking food items, as well as flamestalk, gnarl bark, lavender sprig, lily nectar, red kelp gas bladder, delicious, some rot scale, screaming maw, fantastic, bollywog leg, some motherfucking... Actually, we've seen tobacco in the base game. Heretical thoughts? Hello, yes, I would like to buy your heretical thoughts, please. James Corden fucking assaulted with the tomato. That is the exact vibe I was going for. Actually, what I tell people is that the vibe I was going for was purple and sad and round. Those were the 3 things. Round, purple, and sad.
That's a fair.
And I think we
That
achieved
seems
it.
fair to me.
I think we achieved it pretty dang well. So, what are some things I can get rid of? I'm carrying an awful lot of Garbo that I probably don't need. Oh, but she only has 300 gold to her name, so I couldn't get very much for what I wish to part with. But I can sell some of this stuff. Yeah, $0 brandy, get it out of here. Oh, I meant to grab stuff. I meant to grab the Nirnroot stuff, but I didn't really get a chance for it. Newheim Special Brew. That's not even very good. I feel like I should just get rid of these.
A fair bargain. That's a
Was
fair
it a
deal.
burden? Fatigue?
That's a
Yeah, we're
fair
just gonna
deal.
sell a bunch of this crap,
A
honestly.
fair bargain. You got a good deal there.
Silence
good
is
deal
not
there.
bad, but silent on a melee weapon, I'm not a huge fan of silence. I'm more of a fan of silence from a distance against spellcasters and the like.
That seems fair to me.
31. Okay, I don't need 31 healing potions. Let's sell all but. Oh, what? They're expensive though, aren't they? Yeah, they're expensive. I gotta sell. I got a nickel and dime. It's not like I need more money. 420,000 almost is plenty. So it's not I'm not exactly struggling for gold right now.
You got a
So it's all but 8. How's that sound?
fair bargain.
We did the arena. Yeah, we did the arena. We really hit this game hard. I tried really hard to. I mean, there's no way you can do everything. I stopped short of calling it a 100% playthrough, but I tried to do everything that we found, like everything that we could possibly reasonably do. And I think we did a pretty good job of like hitting it good,
That seems
treating it like a true, authentic
seems
Oblivion
fair.
playthrough. Because this game is a good one, and not everybody, but lots of people love it. And it had been talked up a whole bunch over the years. I'm actually going to keep those healing potions. Let's sell the other ones. Oh, not those. So it's a game where when I knew when I was going to play it, I knew I wanted to like do it good, like do it big,
that's a
and not dilly dally and
fair
not
deal.
like, you know, miss obvious side quests. Like really hit it hard and check this game out for all of its worth. Because
good deal there.
again, it's a game that is important to lots of folks and it
got a good
always
deal
was highly
there.
recommended. So it was just
I
it
think
was
so.
really just a matter of time.
That's a fair deal.
That's a fair deal. I'm a fair deal kind of guy. That's kind of my thing. Was there anything else? We're pretty much all set, aren't we? I think I have a lot of scrolls to sell. Let's sell this
Fair
then.
bargain.
Oh, I could probably... Oh, that one has nothing in it. Never mind. I could probably use some of these. Greatest Soul Gem. Those have nothing in them.
You got a good deal there. I can accept that.
Sell these things. Those just swing us down. Flawed Diamond.
A fair bargain.
Flawed
That seems
Sapphire.
fair to me.
So these, I think I'll hang on to just because there's got to be something we can do with these. Although, if it's an axe matrix, we don't really do axes, so I'll hang on to it for now, but I don't know if there's much I can do with it.
A fair bargain.
I think we're all
Thank you
set.
for your business.
It can be 100% relatively easily. Well, the one thing is that, well, I guess it's two things.
I'll just rest my eyes for a moment.
You okay, lady? Looks like she's having a bit of a hard time. But I guess two things. I mean, for one thing, there's the Nirnroot. There's just no way I can find all the Nirnroot without like using a guide. And then the other thing is that I did every side quest I found, and we tried to talk to everybody that I found, but I mean, there's, let's be honest, there's probably something that I missed somewhere along the way when it came to side quests, but... So I can't really confidently say it was a 100% playthrough, but we probably did a pretty good job. So you're the guy.
I'm J-Red Iceveins. Do you ever wonder why things look better without their skin on?
All the time.
For instance, you can only really see the bones when you take them out.
Guy's very
You can
smart.
hear them better that way, too.
I like hearing how the bones sound. There's a dupe trick for it? I guess I'm not surprised, actually. Yeah, duplication glitch. Drowning in watermelons? Jesus. Yeah, hunting for them. It's like a cool thing to seek out passively, but if I was trying to do 100%, yeah, there's just no
I
way.
want him dead. I need him dead. His bones are calling to me. Rumor has it you want him dead, too.
Okay, so it's not a matter of
You're any
him,
good
like,
with a
wanting
lockpick.
conquest.
We can help each other out. We can get into the gardens of flesh and bone.
He just wants the bones, and who can blame him? Tell me about the gardens of
They say
flesh
the
and bone.
Gatekeeper's magical. I don't believe in magic, but I do believe in bones.
Yep.
And the best way to kill something is with the bones of its own. I can see the bones of a dead gatekeeper in the courtyard of the gardens. The door's locked, though. You'll pick that lock, and I'll collect the bones. Then I'll make some arrows, and we'll kill the gatekeeper. Sound good?
I've got a bone to pick with this lad. He's got a boner right now. I was thinking he wanted to, like, extract bones from his body and beat him with it, but that's fine too, honestly. There's a console spawning command. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, honestly. Yes. The bones. Tell me about the bones. Let's do this later.
Hurry up! The bones are calling.
I want to do other things first. Let's talk
You
about
must
other
die.
things.
It's the only way.
15,000. That's impressive, actually.
I can hear them calling to me from the other side. We need to kill the gatekeeper. He has the keys. If you see a shambles dying,
Shambles.
they'll take you with them.
That is some good intel. I would have never guessed.
Let me know if you need something killed.
What are you guys eating right now? You got some delicious rot scales, some gnarl bark, and then corn and bread. Screaming Maw. There's Sheldon. Hello, the mayor.
I'll try to speak in fewer syllables.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Goodbye.
Heretical thoughts. Oh. I was hoping it'd be, like, very silly. Entrails fed to the dogs. Where, let's see. The people wear the robes of the heretics. He who gave his heart's blood. Okay. Sheoth. Wait, hold on. What was that? The hill of suicides, and his heart shall be burnt in the flames of free. This isn't quite as weird as I was hoping it would be. I was hoping it'd be like the ramblings of a madman. I mean, they're kind of rambling. 400 watermelons when the game just shit itself on console, at least. Look at that. I can just sleep in the bed. Thinking they have to pay for a bed.
Yes?
Oh! I'm sorry, am I interrupting something? Huh. I mean, your dress is very nice.
What have we here? Another hopeful whose blessing hasn't fully taken root? No, I don't think so. You're an adventurer? How disgusting.
Disgusting.
Why don't you go back the way you came?
You start with the rot scale. Right, yeah. You want to have a pleasant finisher, a nice palate cleanser. It chunks for reaches that part. Yeah, I would imagine it's like a PowerPoint presentation.
It is where the body of my child was grown, and the resting place of his less fortunate siblings. You have no business going there.
It doesn't sound pleasant. I mean, you make a good point.
The gatekeeper is my child, the consummation of Sheogorath's wisdom in the womb of my genius.
Oh my.
It was a painful and bloody birth, but well worth it.
Okay.
His brothers were less successful. You won't bother those blessed by Lord Sheogorath. You, however, will die trying to get the keys from my child.
Alright. I am blessed by Sheogorath.
You? Ha!
Me.
No, you have a conventional type of soul. But I don't make that decision. The Shivering Isles belong to Lord Sheogorath. Were it up to me, I'd cut you open and show you just how uninspired your blood is. No, you won't be getting in.
20% sigil stone for invisibility, that is. 5 pieces of armor. Oh, do you mean chameleon? Because I know if you reach 100% chameleon, you're invisible to most NPCs. You have to, there's a duping thing for it, though? Okay. 60% chameleon spell in Morrowind. Well, I'm assuming in Morrowind it's the same where you have to get 100% chameleon to be, like, invisible and be able to interact with things. Then I must kill him.
Try him if you like. Believe me, after you die, I can put your flesh and bones to very good use.
People should like to talk about bones and other things.
I'm bored with you. Why don't you talk to Nanette? She likes talking. I'll need to cure her of that habit soon enough.
Get the same sigil
There's
stone
one sure way to
twice.
Stop a tongue from flapping. Cut it out. Shall I demonstrate?
Yeah, it needs to be 100. So when it's duped, okay. Anything else? There was other conversation
Not sure.
topics.
Stop wagging.
Okay, yeah.
One leads to mania, one to dementia. 2 shades of madness. You're not getting in because you're not blessed by Sheogorath. You can try to get the keys. My lord had them sewn into my child's body. I wonder if you're a fast bleeder or a slow bleeder.
It's effectively invisible. Okay, so you don't need 100 necessarily. Oh, so anything above, so in between 60 and 100, it's ruined. Gotcha.
Quaint, isn't it? Passwall sits in the fringe of the Shivering Isles. It's where the supplicants wait while the blessing of Sheogorath takes hold.
Yeah. Yeah, in this game, I've been at 95 and been spotted, so it's gotta be 100.
There are smiths in New Sheoth that collect amber and madness ore.
I have madness ore. That's good.
See you.
See you. Oh, can I read this without picking it up? I'm gonna save. I want to read this. But I don't want to get in trouble.
Hello.
Find her at midnight and spy on her visit with the gatekeeper and can tell Jared I'm ready to go to the Bone Zone. A one-way ticket to Bone Town. Been so long I can't remember the last time I've written. It's a good thing she's okay with me just reading this in front of her, by the way. Let's see. No, any message from you would be welcome even if it was given through Haskell. My love is constant. I can remember the day you brought me to your realm as if it was yesterday. You should see these supplicants mucking about in the fringe these days, she says. If it weren't blasphemous, I might venture to say that the world has been slowly going sane. Feeling it in my bones, she says. And she says, you know I love some good old bones. Some good old boning. Our child continues to destroy those pesky adventurers who come seeking treasure and glory. So she's tutoring Nanette as an apprentice. One of the hopefuls that I believe will bloom soon, she says. That's the girl downstairs, right? I want to visit our child, see him every night around midnight when the world is quiet, when it belongs to memory and imagination, strong and powerful like his father. You should visit us sometime. Sometimes I can't bear to look at him because I can remember when we created him. Your glistening body in the pool, lovingly blending the components of flesh that would become our child. Oh wait, I thought we were talking about sexy time. That's, you literally like crafted him, I guess. Tortured me in your sweet embrace, yes. Oh yes, so romantic. And then my tears burn my poor creature, agitates the Daedric soul bound in his body. So I guess they don't like salty things. Salty tears. Sever the warding magic weaved into him. I realize how badly that soul would seek release from the shell I grew. So if I cry a lot, if I aggressively cry at him, it'll melt his flesh, and he will die to death. Okay, so anyway. So yeah, she's a unique lady, alright. Hello, fellas. Fellas. Phalas, one of the fellas. Lots of blood. Smoked bollywog leg. Oh wait, no, what's this meat here? Oh, it's part of the leg. Oh, okay. He's like, I'm gonna sit down in your room and drink some booze. Alright. Good talk, lady. See ya. Oh, this is Dreadwin? So I need to find Nanette because she sounds like a person with whom to commune. Trying to sneak about, and the dudes are, yeah, they're not particularly bothered, it seems. So she crafted him. Yeah, here's Sheldon's house, by the way. I will cry directly at you. One of my favorite, like, faux tough guy things. The whole thing where someone will be like, don't fuck with me, bro. You know, I'm serious. I'm not to be trifled with. One of my favorites is something along the lines of, don't fuck with me, bro. I will start crying. I will make it awkward. Or don't fuck with me, bro. I will get a boner. It will turn me on. Lots of busts of this lad. And yarn. Busts and yarn. Don't fuck with me, bro. I have a humiliation kink. It will make me aroused. Predecessors. Look at all these normal houses. This is kind of cool, though. Outside to the Fringe. So here's this little balcony area. Very nice. Oh, Nanette. Yeah, that's the person we're looking for. So she's out and about right now. She's out in the town. Surprised they leave their doors unlocked. And the inn as well. The inn is like, yeah, you don't have to buy a room or anything, or rent a room. You can just mosey on in. So right now, it seems like the inn is all the happity haps. Is this a building I can enter? Does not appear to have an entrance. Just looks cool. Does look really cool. There's Jared's place. Shambles. Huh. He was saying those are the things that will explode on death. Wow, he's got a lot of them. My goodness. Damn, he loves these bones. He loves his bones. Okay, we know he's on Team Boner Boys, and who can blame him? Take your repair hammer. Repair hammers. Some boots, some booties, more bones, more ambers, some hunger. Oh, hunger! They are in this game. I knew it. I knew I recognized a hunger when I saw one.
Thief! Stop!
Nope.
Thief!
Well, are there no bounty? Okay.
We need those gatekeeper bones.
Let's do this later. Sorry, I didn't hear you enter.
If you hear any bones talking, come.
So I guess there's no guards in this game. Because I straight up stole from him and he just took it back. It's like, okay, fine. Here it is. You can have your damn repair hammer. He practices target things. He loves his bones. Who can blame him? Biscuits with the Boner Boys, that's right. That's how you do it, baby. So a nightfall approaches. Is there a thing over there? I never saw an entrance. Yeah, there does not appear to be. So yeah, Jared is the place to be. There is still a person to talk to there. Oh, it's probably following the lady. It's 8:30. Yeah, let's follow the lady at midnight on this evening tonight and see what she does and like what that leads to. Because we could probably start things with Jared tonight and like see where it goes, but I feel like the better choice is to gather as much intel as we can ahead of time before we throw ourselves willingly into certain death. Keep an eye out for cheese. My character needs a doctor. I think this amount of head swelling is perfectly normal and definitely not a cause for medical panic and scientific atrocities. It's definitely perfectly fine, probably. It's probably perfectly fine. Yeah, I think we've pretty much seen all that there is. Yeah, I could just wait to fast forward time. Speaking of repair hammers, by the way. See, he says I need a hammer or a doctor. There, I just healed myself. I'm all healed up. My face has never looked better. Yep, I'm so healthy right now. Here, let's go. Let's confirm then that it's pointing me to the lady who is a big fan of Sheogorath and her beautiful son, who is this monster of flesh and bone that she birthed herself, along with several brothers who did not make it. Yeah, one little needle would cause us to burst. Well, we've got a little bit of time to kill. I kind of would just explore a little bit more, but I don't know if there's much to explore by this point. So what was I doing? I was perhaps foolishly wishing to explore that direction. But you remember last time we had a crash like that happen, and it was because we were looking in the forbidden zone, where there was something in the overworld map that was causing the game to explode, and every time we looked in that direction, it would kill the game and it would kill Windows. So I'm not gonna go that way because I don't want to tempt fate. I'm worried if I look that way for too long. In fact, I'm gonna look over this. If I look that way for too long, it might kill the entire world. So instead, I will... I'll chill in here. Actually, hold on. Let's check the quest log. But I'm thinking the next order of business is gonna be to follow the lady, see where she's going at midnight. Gonna try to get past the gatekeeper. I'm gonna try. We are gonna try. There's probably not a whole lot to explore. Yeah. So... I can tell Jared I'm ready to go. Find Romina, rather. Yeah, I want to see what's going on with this, and then tell Jared afterwards. Wants to make arrows that will harm the lad from the bones found in the gardens. And I wish to learn more about the gatekeeper. Yes, that is accurate. But I want to do that before we team up with Jared. It was something in the cell. Yeah, it was something in the cell, and every time we got too close to it or lingered for too long, it would be very upsetty. Excuse me. So 3 hours left to do it. Oh, too much. Oh, fuck, I screwed up. Oh, that's okay. I miscounted. So she walked right by me, and now I'm gonna be sneaky. By every definition of the word sneaky. And also she has a very flowy and poofy dress that makes it easy for her to be sneaky as well, and it's pouring cats and dogs right now. You think that would be not very comfortable. I'm very sneaky, although I probably don't need to be sneaky. It's probably fine. And if I wanted to be extra sneaky, we do have lots of chameleon gear, so I have options. But thanks for bearing with me on the crash situations. And yeah, Jim, you're probably right. I probably should just go ahead and install that bug fix patch. The reason I had held off is because when I was looking for the bug fix patch, I found like 4 other bug fix patch mods, and each of them claimed to be like the definitive one. And I was just, it was like, shit, I don't know which one to install. And I was like, maybe I should do just Jim's, like just the one that Jim recommended, and that was it. But there was like 4 or 5 of them that, and each had different instructions. So I was one of those situations where I was like, I don't know which one to go for. So I guess I'll just play it. You know, I guess I'll get like choice paralysis, I guess.
They are weak and you are strong. You are strong like him. I made you for him. I'm sorry, child. It's just too much for me. I must leave now. Stay away! My tears, they burn you. Don't you remember? Stay back, child.
So if I can bottle her tears. Oh, dropped a handkerchief. Perfect. Oh, wow. It really is 3 bottles of her tears. Delicious. Squeezed it full of the sorceress's tears into a bottle. That's pretty fucking metal, honestly. It's a poison. Limited number of doses, though. Okay. It's okay. No, we're friends. We're buddies. You're not gonna chase me past the... Oh, you are. You're chasing me past the... Oh, really? I was gonna say, there's no way he would go that far, would he? He almost did. He almost didn't give a fuck. A purple tomato, yeah, the sentient purple tomato. The decision fatigue, yeah. I should probably just do the one that you recommended, though, Jim. It was just that, like, you know, all these mods have, they're fairly popular, and each of them seemed very confident, but there was very little overlap between like the 4 or 5 of them. So I was like, I don't know, but maybe I should just try like one at a time individually and just see how it all goes. So actually, I just talked to Jared now. I think we're good. Let's wait until the morn. So 8 a.m. probably. Like the size of a grain of rice. Yeah, that would make more sense. And they're poisons. Like individual doses of poisons. Most likely. Yes. 120 seconds, by the way. That's pretty significant, actually. So... it would be he's in his home right now. Yeah, nobody ever... Oh, wrong house. Nobody ever locks their door. Or sleeps, I guess. No wonder everyone's a little bit silly and mad out here. Alright, so I'm gonna go to this guy's house, which means getting close to where we crashed last time. If the stream suddenly goes offline, you'll know why. It's because I went too close to the spicy zone. Alright, buddy.
We need those gatekeeper bones.
Lead on, buddy.
Take this lockpick. Careful, it's the only one I've got. You open the door, I'll kill things. Let's go.
So between the tier potions that I have... Just a standard lockpick, by the way. And the arrows that he will make, we're gonna be all set. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll do it good. Alright, so he's going that way, and I need to follow... Well, let's see. I said lead on, because, yeah, we're not going to the dude, like, directly. We're going to... Well, maybe I need to just follow him. Yeah, we're going to a place where we can sneak in around where he is at, dig through his bone collection, and make some tools, make some weapons out of it. Yeah, so we're just following him. He's very fast. I fashioned myself as a fast lad. The gardens of flesh and bone. So he's very excited. Oh, it's an easy lock. This is an easy thing to bust open, man. This is nothing. This is all kill the things. We've heard about these things. Shambles. And they like to explode on death. He said he would kill the things, but I have a feeling that we would do best to help him. Are these the bones of his brothers? Ouch. I'm feeling I should not let him get too bodied. Oh, look at that. Okay, so he does have plot armor. He doesn't die, he just gets knocked unconscious, so he's perfectly fine. YouTube video. Oh, that sounds cool. Tint, yeah, that sounds neat. The Wabbajack in Skyrim. Ouch. These things explode with ice. Oh, here he is. So, do you mean like crafting like an actual physical staff? Because that'd be really cool.
From these gatekeeper bones, I can make some arrows. Find me in a few hours. We'll kill the gatekeeper.
Because you're right, the Wabbajack design in Oblivion is not that exciting. The effects are quite cool, but yeah, the design is just kind of so-so.
The arrows aren't ready yet. I followed the bones. They led me here. I just moved in when I got here. No one seemed to mind. Everyone here seems to be waiting.
Looks really cool. Hell yeah. Douglas fur. That sounds awesome, Tint. I'm guessing you're probably a pretty crafty lad then. That's awesome.
Best way to kill a skinned hound is with a fireball or a good weapon.
Clay faces. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I would love to see pictures of your handiwork. If you'd ever be comfortable. Whoop. Uh-oh. Okay, we're not fully crashed. Oh yeah, we dropped some frames. That was on my end, not yours. Let's see if it actually crashed. Nope, we're good. That means I should save. It was a little bit of a picnic. We had a bit of a picnic. But it was only a partial picnic. Oh. There we go. Hey, Black Magics, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we had a partial picnic just now, and I'm trying to get my windows back the way I had them. Thank you to Black Magics for that very kind raid. How you doing, buddy? Do a quick shout out for our friend. We've actually been live longer than the stream uptime shows. We had to kill the stream and bring it back up when we had a particularly spicy crash that occurred a while back, but we seem to be good now. Yeah, I wanted to look at the Gatekeeper skeleton because this is one of the Gatekeeper, one of his siblings that I guess didn't live terribly long, I guess. But yeah, Tint, like I was saying, yeah, I would love to see pictures of your handiwork when it comes to the kinds of things you craft. That sounds excellent. Black Magic is doing some StarCraft 2. Fantastic, buddy. That's awesome. Do you have any clips you'd like to share? from the stream tonight. I'm impressed that you're still going ham on the StarCraft action, because I know you've been like kind of mainlining StarCraft for a while now, which is awesome. So I know you played through Classic StarCraft 1 probably a few weeks ago, right? So close to the end, he says. It sounds like your persistence is nearly paid off, bud. Through most of the story. That's awesome, man. Briarwood is also pretty good. Needs a key. Yeah, and that's going to be the key that is held by the big man. 2 missions left. And there's an epilogue and bonus. You still got a little ways to go, but not too much, probably. Sounds like you're getting through it, bud. Okay, so yeah, so it's been about a month. That's pretty good. I didn't realize StarCraft 2 was quite that long. As it sounds like you've been hitting it for the better part of a month at this point. We're playing Oblivion, by the way. Black Magic's course was generous and hung out with us a whole bunch last night. Lord knows I streamed real heckin' late last night, but I had the day off from work today, so I was able to sleep in and recover my degenerate self, which is nice and easy. Oh, is this the lady we heard about? This is the understudy.
Hello, I'm Nanette
Yes.
Don. I wasn't sure why I came here until she showed up. Now I know. I'm going to be a powerful sorceress.
Yes, this is the sorceress's
Just like
understudy.
Relmina.
So this is the Shivering Isles content, by the
Do you
way.
hear that sound? It's like a horse dying.
Oh yes, I know that noise all too well. So this is my first ever Oblivion playthrough, and we are this is the final part of the playthrough, and I saved the best for last because everyone says that the Shivering Isles content is the best, and I've never played any of it before, and we've beaten everything else. And so this is still the kind of the intro of the Shivering Isles content. Apparently there's a lot to it, so we've got our work cut out for us, but it's very weird and very creative and very cool so far. And I love how different it is. I can already tell it's really something
It's just
special.
down the road from Passwall. It's where
Passwall.
Relmina created the gatekeeper.
So 20-30 minutes, 20-30 missions each. Oh, 20 to 23 missions. So yeah, about 10 hours. That's pretty substantial then, yeah. Learning wood it takes time. Yeah, I would imagine it takes a lot of patience probably. 42. Wow, that's amazing, Black Magics. That's impressive. Welcome back, Meerkat. More blood. Yeah, there you go. Coda with your own blood.
He's Relmina's crowning achievement.
I mean, don't actually do that,
The
but it sounds
gatekeeper
metal.
keeps out people who don't belong in the Shivering Isles. She made him in the gardens of flesh and bone. She's my teacher. She's going to teach me all her secrets.
That sounds great, Tide. Yeah, I'd love to see it, bud.
Really interesting. Wait. Oh, never mind. My big mouth almost just got
Also, I
me
just
in
realized
trouble
it's
again.
probably Titan. I'm probably saying it wrong, aren't I?
I'd like to tell you, but really, I shouldn't say anything more.
I bet I can sweet talk her. We'll try it. Hey, Chubbles, what's up, bud? Better than the entirety of anything in Skyrim, he says. That's pretty high praise, by the way. And the nut. Bam. Yeah, Titan. Yeah, I'm sorry, Titan. Yeah. Sometimes, I sometimes, like, if I'm trying to, like, read chat quickly, so I try to, like, just go, like, boop, boop, boop. I try to just get little snippets, so I don't read very closely sometimes, so my apologies. But have a good night, again, to Black Magics. Thank you for that raid. And again, thank you for hanging out with us last night, keeping my scrubby-ass company as we were slowly getting through last of the Knights of the Nine DLC. It was very good. It just took a while. Good to see you, though, Chubbles. What's wrong with her face? Her face is, like, strangely normal, and I think that's the problem. It's too normal. It needs to be more fucked up, like all of us, all the other people in this game, myself included. Or Tintin. Interesting. Yeah, like there's all the different ways to mispronounce it. I've had people mispronounce my screen name. You would think the words super and hobbit are fairly normal, but I remember, who was it? Disnoff raided us once, and because I think it was Priority had recommended me as a raid target, and he was like, yeah, let's raid this guy. He'd never heard of me before, understandably, and he was like, what's this guy's name? Super Hobbit? What's a hobbit? And then people are like, dude, it's from Lord of the Rings. And he goes, oh, it's the word hobbit. Like, it was of course he realized the folly, but it's the kind of thing where you read a word you're not expecting, and then you go like, oh, right, I'm actually a dumbass. Yeah, Greg, it's close enough. Me Aircat. Interesting, yeah. I mean, I guess if you've never... Meerkat is a word that I rarely see spelled out, but I hear it. You know, I have heard it over the years. So maybe that's just the thing. You're not used to seeing it. Yeah, Hobbit. Nah, fam, no relaxation. Oh, 13. That would do it, Shovels. That would do it.
Can't get in without Sheogorath's blessing. That's what Romina says.
Romina?
That's the reason we're all waiting here. For Sheogorath's blessing.
Oh, his blessing. Is it sleepy sleep time, Johnson?
And I guess there's keys sewn up inside the gatekeeper's body. Not sure why someone would do that. It's not like anyone can get them now.
But I will get them. If you have to hop off, Johnson, I totally get it. It is getting kind of late, especially for East Time Zone folks. But thanks for stopping in. And same with Black Magic's and his crew. I know it is getting kind of late, so if anybody needs to hop to bed, no shame. You know, I know no shade to be thrown. I totally get it. It's getting kind of late for some folks, so I totally understand.
I don't know who built it. It was here before any of us arrived. It looks like other people lived here before.
But I plan on going for at least another probably 2 or so hours, maybe more.
Behind. So, if you need something, talk to her. She's in the wastrel's purse.
Yeah, so she was saying there were people here before, and they just arrived and the place was empty. So they just kind of took over the houses and the shops. So the question is, yeah, what happened to the people that lived here before? It just got abandoned.
If you visit Highcross, speak with Miralee Ulven. She needs help with her project.
One-year-old, yeah, literally saying nah, fam. For real, on God. Happy New Year from the East Coast, says Jim. Well, or at least Happy New Year's Eve from the East Coast. Because, yeah, we are at midnight for December 31st. So, Happy New Year's Eve. I'm going to see if I can sweet talk her, by the way, because she
I'd like to tell you, but
would like to tell us.
Really, I shouldn't say anything more.
But it's still illuminated, which means there's something we can glean from this. We can try this. New bingo card. Oh, I'm sorry, Meerkat. If you still have the URL, or if you could, like, go back into your history, you could potentially bring it back. But, or a fresh one is fine too, obviously. If you want to, it's all up to you.
Yes?
We haven't done this in a couple streams. Let's see if we can make it happen. So, yeah, of course, the trick here is to see which of these 4 quadrants she responds positively to. For anybody who hasn't done this before, and I know that I'm covering up part of this, but there's 4 quadrants here. Each NPC responds positively, randomly, to 2 of them, and then negatively to the other 2. So it's a matter of us finding which one she responds positively and rolling high for the positive ones, and then intentionally rolling low for the negative ones, because you have to use all 4 in a single round. So here we go. Round start. You can see based on her facial expression, she loves coercion, and she likes boasting. So these 2 are the ones she likes, I think. Actually, no. I think she likes jokes. So we'll do small boast. It went down a little bit. She hates admiration, so small admire.
Not later, not ever.
But then big coercion.
Yes, whatever you say.
I'm gonna rotate and do a big joke. We ended 60, so we ended higher than we started. We'll do that again. Again, roll low for these 2.
Don't waste your flattery.
I'm gonna do another rotate for joke, big joke, and big coercion. 69. Hell yeah. Let's get it to at least 70. So I'm actually gonna rotate. Small, and then big, and big. And oh, GD, what's up, buddy? Well, Vaughn, thank you very much for that raid, buddy boy. Thank you, my friend. A fellow Elder Scrolls expert. I can't really call myself an expert. Who am I kidding? I'm not fooling anybody. GV is a licensed Elder Scrolls expert. Bethesda physically mailed him a badge that says Elder Scrolls expert. They gave him like a hat. They gave him a gun. That's pretty intense. But no, GV's an awesome dude. He's in fact, I think I saw you were playing some Skyrim the other day. I know he's been going real ham on some Fallout 4. GV's been really killing it with Fallout 4. We were just saying earlier, I've never played anything beyond Fallout 1, so I'm only a little bit behind. Don't tell anybody I said that. I'm only a little bit out of date and out of touch. But I'm at least getting caught up on Elder Scrolls. I've only played Morrowind. All these years, I've only played Morrowind. So this is my first ever Oblivion playthrough. Those who've played this game before, you probably recognize where we are. This is the Shivering Isles. This is what everyone says is the best part, and I'm loving it so far. Partly because it reminds me of Morrowind. You'll see a common thread here. But I'm really enjoying myself. And this is all a blind playthrough. I've never done any of this before, and I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but it is a good time. I see, GV, you were playing more Fallout 4. Do you have any clips you want to share? Or if anybody took any clips from GV's streams over the past couple of days, you're welcome to share them here. Because GV, you always are so kind to me, man. You're always so positive and encouraging, and you always raid me so much. And I don't get to raid him as often because he goes to bed at a much more reasonable hour than I do. He's a responsible lad. But if you have any clips you want to share, the least I can do is share them on screen. So that way, if there's anybody lurking in who wasn't already following you and they wanted a little sample platter of your content, then they would have that as an option. We were just sweet talking this lady to see if we can get her to spill the deets on the gatekeeper. However, let me just alt-tab real quick so I can scroll back up here because I think I missed a few massages. And when you got Ms. Mock up in here, hell yeah, that's what's up. Bingo slot filled. That's right. We also have the bingo going on. We have exclamation point bingo Oblivion. If you'd like to play along with us, you're welcome to do so. If you follow that link or you copy and paste into your URL bar for your browser, it'll take you to a website that will generate your own unique bingo card, which at the end of the stream will reveal all the bingo cards. And if we get any bingos, you get a free press of the nut button. Here's a little sample. That's what that's like. And then we'll add some points to our little Extra Life fundraiser counter. And then also if you get enough bingo wins, you'll get a fresh new Discord role in my Discord server if you wish to join it. Anyway, let's get caught up here. So I have not even played Fallout 2. I've only played the first one, and I liked it. It's a good game. It's a hard game, but GV nailed it though. I want to go back and play Fallout 2, and then of course 3 in New Vegas. And then 76, maybe 76. I don't know. That one's not very high on the list of priorities, but 2, 3 in New Vegas are very much on the list. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But anyway, let's get caught up here. Ms. Mock says, I might have some clippies. If you got a clip, I'd love to show it. GV is an excellent dude. He's played a lot of great games. Like I said, killing it with some Fallout 4 right now. He's done a lot of Skyrim, a lot of other Bethesda things, a lot of Soulsborne games, a lot of Elden Ring. Loves Banjo-Kazooie, loves like a bunch of old school stuff that I'm all about. So he's a variety man and an excellent dude. He's an excellent dude. He gives us the homework, says Miss Mark. That's right. That's right. Well, thank you, my friends. GV, if you gotta hop off, I know it's getting kind of late for some time zones, so no pressure if you gotta hop off. But I appreciate you, my dude. Mucho apreciado. And of course, in case I don't get to see you beforehand, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We're approaching the New Year. But if you got anything you want to plug, if you got any cool weekend streams, if you're going to do anything cool or fun or silly for New Year's, I'd love to hear it. Or just if you have any other like cool projects on deck. In the meantime, let's see what she's got to say about the gatekeeper.
I've been dying to tell someone. You seem trustworthy enough, but
spill the tea, sis. Here we go.
Tell Elmina I said anything.
My lips are sealed.
The gatekeeper is flawed. Her tears hurt him.
Okay, we actually already knew that, but that's cool. Still, I like hearing it from other people.
Her tears somehow agitate the Daedra bound to the gatekeeper's body. Her tears make it really restless. It strains harder against the warding magic. She may seem like a tough woman, but the gatekeeper makes her all weepy. Go see for yourself. She visits him every night around midnight.
So we've actually already done that, so we've followed through on that already.
I might get another lesson in the nature of pain. I don't like those lessons very much.
Pain with a capital P, which is like a proper noun for whatever reason. So we've actually already done that. We followed the lady. We stalked her as she wept at the lad, at the gatekeeper, and we saw him recoil in pain. So the strat is to aggressively cry at your enemies. So projectile tears will weaken your enemies. Just like in real life, if I get in a fist fight and I start aggressively crying, it will make everybody uncomfortable, and it will make everybody want to not hurt me anymore.
Goodbye.
And the good news is that my guy is very good at crying because we made a true bastard of a character. We even named him Sadge because he looks like a big sad purple man. So if there's anybody who is equipped to deal with this bastard, it's your hero Sadge Maroon at your service. It's a solid strat, that's right. Cry or pull your pants down. I can't do one without the other. I can't get naked without crying and also peeing a little bit, and I also can't get naked without also crying at the same time. So they're tied pretty closely together. Let's find the dude. There's the dude who's working on the arrows. He wouldn't be in Nanette's house. I see there's the garage. Oh, he's probably in here. This is Sheldon's house. I gotta find his house. Probably over here. I'm just a sad little bruised tomato. Correct. Just diffuses the situation. A proper noun if it's a specific thing. Yes, tuberculosis is referred to as consumption. I've never heard that before. The Oblivion characters. That's the whole point of a game with such high level, like high degree of granularity in its character creation tools. The fact that it lets you make demented looking idiots like this guy is part of the fun. You could make your character look like yourself, or look beautiful and sexy, or you could do the correct thing and make them look like a complete fucking disaster. And that's part of the fun. Pew. Now the arrows.
Do the bones talk to you, too?
All the time. All the time. Victorian terminology. Yeah, the consumption terminology back in the day, at least. Miss Mock says, I don't want to look at him. It hurts my face.
The arrows are ready. Here are some for you, and I'll keep some. Let's go kill the gatekeeper. We might die, but there's worse things.
I like his attitude. I actually have nothing to do with arrows, honestly, because I'm not really much of a bow user. But I'm down to fuck this guy up, and we have, excuse me, we have the stuff we can apply to our weapon, to our sword. That is the tears as a poison, like a use poison. That is giant cheeks, and he just floated away, like he's like a hot air balloon.
Let's go.
Now we're gonna go fuck up the gatekeeper and make his day ruined. And we're gonna give him a spanking he won't soon forget. So let's have... I think I shouldn't use it yet. We'll use the tears right before we enter combat with this lad. Because, yeah, we want to make sure that we get full use out of it. Out of curiosity, what's this cave entrance that's on my radar? Or maybe it's just talking about the gardens, which we have seen. We've seen it with our own eyes. Alright, so you and me, Jared. You and me, Jared. Let's do this thing. So the gatekeeper is supposedly invincible. Apparently he's unkillable, but we know of two of his weaknesses. We've made bones... we've made arrows made out of the bones of his brother, and now we've got the tears of his mother to use as a poison. Also, Scarlet won the world. Thank you. And that's so nice. Thank you very much, Scarlet. Holy shit. In the last 20 minutes, we just got 3 raids. Thank you, Scarlet. Holy shit. All kinds of generosity tonight. Lots of... Oblivion brings out the cool people. Scarlet, how are you doing tonight? Do a quick shout out for our friend Scarlet. Do a quick save, because alt-tabbing in this game can be a little scary. Bam! Do a quick shout out. What's up, Joe? Doing some Hollow Knight. That's fantastic. And you've been playing through Hollow Knight. I think, like, that's been one of your things you've been streaming relatively, like... I don't want to say like a super long time, but for like a few weeks, I think. I think I saw you streaming the other day, or maybe it was like a week or so ago. But thank you, Scarlet. Very, very generous. Thank you very much for that very kind raid. There's the big man. There he is. And thank you for reminding us, Johnson. We do have the bingo board, so if anybody wants to play along while we're streaming this game and exploring it, we have a bingo board generation tool that will generate a unique bingo card. And like I said, if you play along and see if anybody's can achieve a bingo, you'll win fantastic prizes, including a press of the nut button, your very own nut button experience. And also, if you get enough wins, you get a custom role in our Discord server, if you so choose to join our Discord server, that is. Any Alien ruins? Well, Meerkat raises a good point, though. All of most of the panels on the Oblivion bingo board are based on things we saw so far in the base game, but a lot of those things aren't going to be in this one. So there probably aren't alien ruins, there probably aren't things like bears and spriggans and mountain lions and minotaurs. These are probably going to be new enemies, new dungeons, new alchemical reagents, like new quest lines, new factions maybe. So I might need to update the bingo board, the bingo cards, based on what we see tonight at least. But Scarlet, the option is open for you. If you have any clips you'd like to share, Scarlet is a friend of the channel, And it's good to see you, my friend. And also, I know, Scarlett, I know you've mentioned that you don't have a super regular streaming schedule, but it's nice seeing you getting back into it. And I hope school's been okay for you. I know it's probably quite stressful, but hopefully you have some downtime. But if you have any clips you'd like to share from tonight's stream, if there are any fun or goofy moments, I'd love to see them. If you want to share, we can all watch together and cheer on your successes or laugh with you, not at you, but with you, with silly things happening. Been a few months, but taking it slow with, yeah, because of the school stuff. Yeah, I understand. Priorities, I totally understand. 'Cause I remember my days of being a school lad all too well. We're gonna fuck him up. Let's do this thing. I did save already, so he's ambling towards me. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to coat my weapon with a dose of her tears. Use that to slap him real good. Bam! I don't know if spells do much. Oh, well, spells do a fuck ton. Ouch. Still got him. And his head jiggles to death. That was not so bad. The gatekeeper is dead. Retrieve the keys by gouging it out of his chest cavity. Whoop. And we dropped some frames. I think we're good. Oh, hold on. I lost my cursor. Uh-oh. Please don't crash. I mean, if it does crash, it's fine. We just saved. The game has been kind of crashy tonight. It's been not very nice to us. No, not a lot of clips to share. As Scarlett, if you change your mind, or if you do think of something, or if anybody from your stream, if any viewers have any, like I said, I'd be happy to show them. Replay this game for the 345th time once Sky Oblivion's available. Well, I know Skywind has had some pretty big updates recently. I haven't heard as much about Sky Oblivion, but that would be pretty sweet. Can't believe you would just kill him like that. He's so mean.
The gatekeeper is slain. Congratulations.
Killing him with
The
his mother's
honor
own
of taking
tears.
The keys from his corpse is yours.
Hell yeah.
The gatekeeper's dead. As soon as you get one
The
of
good
those
old-fashioned
doors
game crashes,
unlocked,
that's right.
We can go in. They're calling to me from in there.
He says, I'm so excited for the bones. Quirky teacher, good to see you, friend. Is Skywind coming soon? I don't know if there's like a 1.0 release happening anytime soon, but I think I heard that there was like some pretty big updates that happened relatively recently. Because there's Skywind, there's Sky Oblivion. I think there was also Skyrim Together. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. There's the multiplayer Skyrim mod, which I think had a pretty substantial update release that happened a few months ago. That was like a pretty big deal.
As soon as you get those doors unlocked, I'm going in.
I'm going in, he says. Now let's gouge out his body. Look, you can even see like the stitchings on his body where the keys were inserted. The key to dementia and the key to mania. I will take them both. So to be clear, there's more bones here. You can go through either door. Does anybody have any preferences in which door I enter? Because, yeah, gates. Here's the mania entrance. Hello, friend. You're like the sergeant at arms that welcomed us.
Managed to kill the gatekeeper. Pity. Well, you'll now be able to enter the realm proper. You'll notice there are two doors.
I do notice.
One leads to the lands of mania, the other to dementia. Enter through either one. The lands are quite distinct, but both are Sheogorath's domain. You'll want to seek out Lord Sheogorath. I believe he has plans for you. Try not to disappoint him.
Alright, so some people are saying mania. Alright, so sounds like mania is the leader right now.
The lands of dementia reflect the darker side of its residents. It is easy to get lost among the tangle of roots growing out of the ground. If you wish to meet dementia's citizens, seek them out in Deepwallow or Felmore. I'm sure they'll welcome one such as you with open
Such happy sounding names. Okay.
The doorways into the realm proper. You may enter through either one. Really, it depends on which aspect of the realm more suits your disposition.
Door of Sawcon, Meerkat? I don't know what that means.
Have consequences, but don't trouble yourself too much with your decision.
Hey, welcome back, Black Magics.
All those that enter the realm are forever changed, but some believe it is for the better. A good portion of them, at least.
You're already in a pretty depressing spot. Are you saying because our lad is a big purple sad dude? Are you saying that he's already wallowing in
The
despair, you're
lands
probably
of
not
Mania
wrong.
are bright, vibrant, and full of color. You'll find its inhabitants reflect the land itself.
Brighten it
If
up
you
a bit,
wish
says
to
Titan.
meet the residents of Mania, you will find them in the settlements of Hale and Highcross. Take care, though. Though the citizens and creatures of Mania are colorful, they can often be quite deadly. I'm sure you can handle it, though.
Oh, Saw Conti. Oh, yeah. I haven't heard that one. I've heard lots of other setups, but not that
It
one.
is, of course, the capital of the Shivering Isles. It is divided into Bliss, Crucible, and the Palace districts.
Ms. Mox says, don't show your character's face again, please.
He is
It's
the
too
Prince
much.
of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles. It is by his will that we exist in this place. He is our lord and master.
Don't. Yeah,
You'll
I
want
know we don't want to
speak with
spoil
him
it.
soon, as I believe he has plans for you. You will find him in New Sheoth, in his palace. It is best not to make Lord Sheogorath wait. His whims are fleeting, and should he decide you are no longer necessary, it would be to your detriment.
A Sadge body pillow meerkat. Does it have a little like a little how do I say this? An access port for personal use, or maybe a couple of them, maybe. You know, for personal massaging. That's what we call
You
it.
will enter soon, I imagine, through the gates of madness and into the lands of mania and dementia.
Fun surprises.
It is the realm of Lord Sheogorath. It is what he wills it to be. The trees
Gently used.
bloom
Okay, good.
according to his whim, and the wind blows at his command.
Gently used.
Tread lightly in the Isles. It is not a place suited to all
Personal
mortals,
massaging.
but I'm sure you'll do fine.
That's what we're calling it. No dick holes. Aw, that's no fun.
A glorious existence, truly.
Oh. Wasn't expecting him to just disappear like that. Okay, so this one is... We said this is Mania. Mania entrance. And this other one, of course, is the other entrance, the demented one. Quirky's like, what the fuck is going on then? And then Quirky was probably then like, you know, I'm not terribly surprised. At this point, Quirky should not be terribly surprised by these things. I'm gonna head back to the village real quick and see if anybody else like has any comment on the fact that we just killed the big baddie. And here's John Adventurer. Steel equipment. Look at these chumps with steel weapons. What a bunch of nerds. No wonder they got. Oh, there was that one captain that ran away. He didn't get killed. He got, like, fucked up, but he didn't get dead. He didn't get deaded. Look at this guy's skin. It's like very, very, very silver. Very silvery skin. Now let's talk to the lady. And like some of the other villagers and see if they have thoughts. Quirky's like, yeah, Quirky's like, honestly, I came to expect it. Just glad Gracie's not here. She would be contributing to the pleasant degeneracy. Or she would at least be encouraging me. She'd be enabling my worst habits. So let's see if we go here, probably. Skyrim should... So he's in Skyrim as well. Makes sense.
Yes, you need my help, don't you? I'm glad you took my advice and killed him. I always knew it could be done. What would people do without me?
It was all thanks to you, buddy. That's right.
There's an orc in Crucible who is deathly afraid of cats.
Of all things. So we got a taste of him in Daggerfall. That's pretty cool.
Hello? Is there something I can do for you? What was that?
There's a Skyrim attempt at Shivering Isles. It's not as good. I'm not surprised. It sets the bar pretty high, honestly.
Romina is very unhappy about that.
Just a different context. Gotcha.
On that subject, or I might get another lesson in the exalted nature of pain.
Exalted nature of pain. So if you played this game first, yeah, it probably does have maybe not a narrative per se, but there probably is a progression. Shrine is a different character than this Sheogorath. I guess I never noticed because well we haven't seen this Sheogorath yet, but yeah we did his shrine quest just like a week or two ago. And the voice, I think, was the same voice. At least I'm pretty sure it was. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Does this guy see anything different? We're all just milling about. Oh, she's a little sad. We're all just milling about behind. Whoa, where did he go? What the fuck? Okay, that was either a glitch or this place truly is in the realm of madness. But yeah, what did you like enter into the Twilight Zone? Like a pocket dimension? I shouldn't be tempting fate. Gonna see if anybody else has anything else to say though.
He's dead? I bet he died of some horrible disease, didn't he?
Yeah, the disease of my sword
If you
in
visit
his
Hale, you
fucking
may see
chest
Pipe,
cavity.
a Knight of the Thorn.
Knight of the Thorn. Oh, wait. Of the Thorn. We're not talking about the... Hold on. Knight of the Thorn. Where is it? Knights of the Thorn. Holy shit. Yeah, that organization.
Doesn't hair seem thicker than normal?
The idea of, like, seeing more members of that little ragtag bunch does sound kind of interesting, so we'll see. The voice and the mood. Was it the same voice? It seemed like it was, but I'm doubting my sanity. I don't know about the face, though. We haven't seen him yet. Hello, lady. Your room is bloody and murdery as ever, as it ever was.
You've killed my child! How dare you! Get out of my sight!
She kind of dared me to, honestly. All right, see you later. Thump. Same voice, different representation. Oh, okay.
Hello.
It was kind of just kind of written off. I gotcha.
Everything's so dirty.
Dysentery got him. Yes, the good old sword wound dysentery. Good old bleeding, yeah, weapon wound dysentery. Go back to the shrine mission. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm doubting my sanity. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty and sunny. And it's not raining anymore. I wonder if us killing the gatekeeper, like maybe it's just a coincidence, but what if us killing the gatekeeper has changed the mood of this place? I don't know. It was the pocket pussy dimension. I sure hope that's what it was. All right, to Mania we go. Let's get more bright, colorful, and slightly murderous things to enjoy. The Gates of Madness. In we go, baby. I wonder if we can eventually explore both. But we'll start off at least with this one. Seek out Sheogorath. Wes Johnson. Okay, so it's the same voice actor, maybe different delivery, perhaps. Doesn't sound like him, though. Yeah, maybe it was like, and maybe with the base game, they had like kind of a general idea for his character. Maybe for this expansion, they wanted to refine it further. And had like gave more specific direction. It is pretty colorful, by the way. It looks not too different from the Paradise that we saw with made by, or maybe not made by, but held down by Mankar Cameron. Because the Paradise was also very bright and colorful and a little bit murderous. Look at those mushrooms look really cool. Oh, so let's just pop into view. Yeah, different voice direction. Yeah, exactly. It's like maybe they just had a different, like just more clear-cut ideas on what they wanted to do. Just how it goes sometimes, because... And Sheogorath is such an unpredictable dude. They could just kind of hand-wave and be like, well, you see, yeah, in that quest, he was more subdued because he doesn't show his true colors when it's just a shrine interaction. But when you go to his domain, oh, then he really goes off the rails. Like, maybe that's the kind of... The George Lucas hand-waving that happens, you know? Who knows? It's hard to say. The guards, the Grey Fox. Wow, so he's a multifaceted lad then. That's pretty cool. It's a talented lad, as a lot of voice actors often are. Excuse the whomst are you? Excuse the shit are out of me, but... Whomst are you? I would like to draw my weapon, please. There we go. You are a Elytra Matron. You are a big thing. You're a big thing that doesn't have a lot of hit points, mercifully. That's kind of nice to see. A lot of body parts, and you drop Elytra Echor. Chameleon, Silence, Bird, Magica. And Gatekeeper Bone Arrows, if that was the kind of thing I was into. I already have 20 of them. I think I'm fine. That's kind of nice, though. He didn't take a lot of hits to bring down. Some of these monsters are fucking bullet sponges, so I'll take it. Yes, Daddy Sheo, that's right. The big boy. Summoned any time of the year. So yeah, maybe he'd be a little bit sometimes less interested than others. Whomst Mismok. Whomst is a power word, but the power can be wielded against you, so you would need to be careful. Oh, does this take us back, actually? If you want to go back the way we came? It is. That's kind of neat. Oh, and this is the gloomy one, I guess? It looks kind of gloomy. Yeah, but only kinda, honestly. Yeah, the tangled thorns. So let's go the other way then. I think I see what's going on here. So, since I said I was going to go this other way first... Oh. Oh, Jared, how did he even get ahead of me? Oh, he probably, like... I took the left entrance, he took the right one, and he got a little bit fucked. Jesus, he loves his arrows. Wowzers. Bunch of his shit got broke. Strong healing potions. I'll take your hammers. And your gold. And... some of your potions. I'll take 10. Okay, I'll take all of them. I lied. I'll take all of them. Somebody broke all of his armor and fucking rent him asunder. All right, so I do want to explore this area first. Let's explore the mania area first. But yeah, the whomst word though is you have to be careful with whomst because it's the kind of word, for me at least, where I start off by saying it in jest, like as a meme, and then I find myself saying it more often, completely like unironically. And then, before I know it, I'm saying it in front of my, like friends who are English majors. You know, my liberal arts majors friends. And then I get death stares for saying words that don't exist. Rightfully so, honestly. It's deserved. Worm's head. So it's fun. It's like a fun word to throw around. Just be careful with it, because you will get the sass. Yeah, so I chose Mania. Although, actually, hold on. It also looks kind of thorny around here, too. Does it say? It just says the realm. Name 5 participles. Yeah, and then I reveal my dangling participle, and then they call the cops on me, honestly. A pincushion of arrows. He loves his arrows. It's his favorite. Acrobats. I feel acrobatic right now. English is not a real language. Name one person who speaks English. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Literally impossible. Name a single word in the English language. Can't do it. Impossible to do. Challenge level impossible. Checkmate, atheists. Dementia's pretty dark. Yeah, well, it was getting kind of gloomy out there. It's a perfectly cromulent. That is a good adjective to describe that word. Whomstuv is where I draw the line. Because you're right, it's like a Pokemon. There's Whomst, and then there's Whomstuv. So if Whomst is like shorthand for whomsoever, then whomsoever have is Whomstuv. But then you can take it to a next level and go Whomstuvant, which is shorthand for whomsoever has not or have not. Or I guess Whomstivant, I guess, would be the full evolution of the Pokemon. The tier 3 version. So there are ways to take it, you know, kick it up another notch with the Spice Weasel. So we've seen these lads from afar, but we've never actually seen them alive. Like, he's just lounging. He's just chilling out. Or he's like, ah! Or his ears are exploding. He had a pearl in his gullet. Least common language. Accurate. Can't just be dangling your participles. Maybe not in public. You know, you want to dangle your participles with someone you trust and someone you get along with reasonably. You know, compatibility and such. D&D characters know gnomish than common. Well, although they call it common in D&D land, but yes, I know what you mean. Mushroom tree. Little saplings. Everything's so colorful. It's real-ish. Close enough. If it's, like, more than 50% real, then it counts. Whereas I have no idea if I'm actually going in the correct direction. I do enjoy exploring. Laughing Coast, Pinnacle Road, the Low Road, the Hill of Suicides. Oh, what a happy sounding place. So it really seems like all roads eventually lead to this main area. So you got Sheogorath, that is our active quest. Anybody we can talk to about this one, for that matter? Maybe not yet, but we'll find someone eventually. The Mad God's Boot. Shallow Grave. Heartless Horn. New Sheoth is out this way. Isle of Flames. Saints Watch. Overlook Road. Honestly, the quicker path would be through the Sad Road, as opposed to the Mania Road. Spoken by 70% of the population, including bilinguals in Metal Gear Solid, right? Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. That is a cool trivia. I did not know that. I've only played the first Metal Gear Solid, and I loved it, but I'm underexposed on that series. Need to change that at some point. Just speaking guttural grunts, that is the gamer strat, honestly. English and Mandarin are the top two ones. They probably are. Also, Piazza, good to see you, buddy. You can probably recognize where we are, by the way, Piazza. It's pretty exciting. I think we just have, yeah, these two, though. Let's continue with the main one. Because, yeah, for the time being, our destination is clear. Not a lot of bad guys out in these parts, and like I said, I'm down to keep exploring. But we have a journey ahead of us. Hey, Ms. Mock with the gift sub! Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much, Ms. Mock. Ms. Mock, by the way, you've gifted many subs. I see that little number. A little number next to your name that says this person has gifted 17 subs. So thank you. Thank you, Ms. Mock, for that gift sub. That is very, very kind of you, my friend. You've done a lot for us, and we appreciate that, bud. It's a good DLC, Quirky. I'm really vibing to it so far. I'm very much enjoying it. Quirky's teacher says I gotta go back for it again. I've mentioned this before. One of the like nicest compliments, for me at least, that I've received as a streamer. One of my favorite things is when somebody, it's like I'll be playing a game and somebody will pop in and be like, damn, this game's good. And then they'll message me sometime later, be like, Alex, I started that game up because I saw you streaming it. It's like, oh, I don't ever like, I don't like have ambition to be an influencer, but it's cool when like, oh, hey, I'm playing a game and it's, I don't want to say inspiring, but it's encouraging others to either play it for the first time or try it out or revisit it. So it's always kind of like a fun thing when those kinds of things happen. Is it Mike? Oh, he's got his weapon out. Uh-oh. Okay, no, Mike wouldn't do it to us like this. He wouldn't go to fight. There's a hunger. I recognize your ilk. Ravenous hunger. No, Mike wouldn't do it to us like this. He's too cool. No, he's not even a Khajiit. He's a blue boy. He's also a high elf, so he went down like a chump. Transformed heretic, you say? With your eyes? Okay, I thought his eyes were like gouged out or some shit. This Mac says a badge. Ew, gross. Daedric Warrax, by the way, goddamn. Playing some Fallout 4, very nice. We actually just had our friend Girlvana raid us, who is also playing some Fallout 4 tonight. Lots of Fallout discussion lately, which is good. Dwarven language is meant to be harsh. Oh, that makes sense. Dwarvish is intended to be yodeled. Oh my god, yes, absolutely. All languages should be yodeled in an ideal setting, honestly. Yeah, Instagram influencer. No, yeah, it's like the term influencer has a lot of baggage associated to it, so it's not really something I necessarily want to like go out of my way for. But or inspire, you know, all these words I think have maybe connotations I'm not seeking, but just the idea of playing a game and others thinking like, oh wow, this person playing this game, they make it look fun, I want to try it out. Because yeah, some of my favorite games I've played on stream were games I saw other people streaming and I wanted to play it because they looked like they were having fun. RimWorld is probably the top example of that, because I would have never played that game had it not been for watching a few other people stream it, seeing how amazing it looked, and more importantly, seeing how much fun they were having with it, and being like, damn, I want in on that shit. So whenever somebody has that, like, ascribes an experience similar to that with me in my stream, it's very nice. It's a very generous thing that I'm grateful for. Fork, what is that word? Is that a word? Horripilation? Is that a weapon? Can't wait to get horripilified. Horripilation. Fork's wound. Man, you weren't kidding. Okay, I'll bite. What does Fork's wound do? Probably an effect. Stunted magicka? My magicka is stunted or the bad guy's magic is stunted? Wow, that's awful. Jesus, I hate this. Get it out of here. It's a quest item. Okay, at least I can... Alright, so I can't drop it, but at least I can equip other things. I was like, oh god, please don't tell me I can... Please don't tell me it's like cursed to be on my hand forever. Forever. By the way, oh, I'll do that. Do a couple things. I need repair. Where's the hammer? There it is. Boop. I can repair it. I can fix him. Also, I've been saving a hot minute. Let's save real quick. I need to be saving more often. Let's make a new save. You know, for funsies. Ravenous hunger, says April Llama. Gotta get yourself some food, buddy. Game of the year 3 times in a row. I mean, I'm sure it got Game of the Year sometime around, hence the Game of the Year edition. Ms. Mock says, Grolvan, and not that nerd. He's the worst. No, GV's awesome. Don't let Ms. Mock slander the good name of GV. I don't care. I don't care about all the negative things Ms. Mock says. GV's a good dude. I will stand him. Oh, the game did crash, by the way. That is the 4th crash of the night, I think. Good thing I just saved. More time to hang out. Yeah, sometimes I do have a hard time catching the streams because, like, I'll like just be wrapping up work when he's starting up, and it's like, okay, I gotta get dinner first. I gotta do this and this, and then once I'm like down on my computer, it's like he's just ending. So it's like, ah, shit. Sometimes the timing doesn't work out. When am I gonna wear yoga pants and do thirst traps? Bold of you to assume I wear pants at all, Meerkat. There we go. Ms. Mock says, this character is... There's something wrong with this character. That's a spicy sneeze, Meerkat. Just gotta lower the standards. That's right, just gotta lower those standards a little bit. It's totally fine. Do we follow the little wispy friend? Do I follow you? What do I do? I mean, I guess we got plenty to explore, so there's no rush, honestly. The Meerkat says, don't you, or Ms. Mike says, don't you worry. Don't you worry, my standards are just fine where they are, thank you very much. Who are you right now? Are you the same? No, you're a different fella. You're a different fella. Different but similar. Different but ever so familiar. Speedo gang, no pants whatsoever. I mean, bold of you to assume I'm wearing underwear. You are a hulking scalon. Oh, you're invisible. You're also not dead. Ouch. Okay, now you're dead. Scalon sunburn. I didn't realize sunburns were contagious, but here we are. He's got the jiggles. Okay, anyway. Cure disease. Imagine having skin this purple and ashen and weird looking, and a face this big, and then getting sunburn on it. Hold on, I want to see what effects this does. Weakness to magic and drainage. Ooh, that is pretty not good. Pretty not good, I would say. Disease. Boop. Mysticism. Hey, look at that. Got it to expert. That's been our lowest major stat for a while, so this has been on the menu for a minute. Jorts, heck that, we're doing swarts. Sweatpants, the length of jorts. But sweatpants are longer, so wouldn't that just be jeans? Just a pot underneath the chair. Oh, all I have underneath the chair is a series of phone books, so I appear taller. As I need all the help I can get. It's because of my milkshake brings somebody to the yard. Somebody, or somebodies, maybe. There's a cave in the distance. Do I seek it out? I kind of am curious to explore everything, because this area is pretty sweet, honestly. It's just a sweatpant cut. Okay, so it's like the poofy elasticity of sweatpants. Can I jump on these? These Hynium Azure? I can. I mean, I feel like I should follow the path, but I also feel like heck the rules, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's check out this cave entrance that is allegedly nearby. Allegedly. This guy's nice. This guy is real nice. Yeah, that was one of the first things we noticed when you first arrived, because it was like nearing nighttime. And it's real party, real pinky purpley. Pretty sweet. The skeleton's chest was shaking. Oh, you mean the rib cage inside the creature we just killed a little bit earlier. Tracksuit with a speedo is a power combo. You're probably not wrong. I don't know if I have the charisma to pull it off, but it's probably something to it. Literal sweatpants cut with scissors. I guess I don't know what sweatpants are then. If we're saying sweatpants cut with scissors, I don't know what that means. Not bone chamber, by the way. Sweatpants cut. Do you mean like? Because yeah, when I think of like cut jean things, I think like cutoffs, like jorts that were cut with scissors. But sweatpants, unless you mean like athletic shorts, because sweatpants. When I think sweatshirt or sweatpants, I think like long sleeves. And so there's no cutting with scissors necessary. So maybe I have the wrong idea of what sweatpants means. Also, more of these guys. Coming out at nighttime. Imagine. But thankfully, they don't have a lot of hit points. Or they're just really weak to lightning. Just not a lot of hit points in general. Yeah, I think we're talking about two different things. Because, yeah, when I hear sweatshirt or sweatpants, I just think long sleeve, but like poofy and lots of insulation to cause you to sweat. And then jorts are like jean shorts that sometimes are cut off and other times are like sewn off. And then there's cut off jeans or cut off jorts where it's like physically cut with the scissors and they're short. So yeah, so the idea of jeans but sweat pant length would just be jeans to me. Unless they're like manufactured differently, which I like to be poofier or like thicker. I could see that, but yeah, I think we're getting into terminology that is not that is quite different. Is it a fashion stream? It's been an enduring conversation that I've been unable to follow. Poofy gray cotton pants. Yeah, that's what I think of when I think like sweatpants. Cut a circle around the ass. Well, if we're doing like assless chaps, then that's a different thing entirely. And that's a way to make it unsweaty. You wanted a nice ventilation spot. Ass ventilation is a pretty good power combo. And there's capri pants, which are like cut off at the ankles, I think, usually. Good. Actually, I'm gonna go for the sneak attack. What are you? You're a thorny lad. Hey, what's up, Farsight? Hobbit and the bug. Yes, I was mimicking his gyrations, although it might have looked like I was experiencing a medical moment. All right, you guys are not friends, so I will assume that violence is the only answer. An elder gnarl. Oh, wrong button. Probably fire is the way to deal with these lads. Silenced? That's not cool. Well, thankfully, these guys don't have a lot of hit points either, which is kind of nice. After fighting lots of tanky boys and girls. Ankle pants and hot pants. Oh, I thought ankle pants were kind of like capris. So maybe I'm getting my stuff mixed up too. They said amber was a thing too. Let's collect the amber. All right, still silenced. Right. It's mid-calf. Okay, I gotcha. Fashion Souls. I haven't really played enough Dark Souls to really understand, to like really experience Fashion Souls, but I've seen some pretty impressive combinations posted online and such. Assless, poofy, gray cotton sweatpants. Perfect. Listen to that noise as we're cracking these things open. Lots of very splorchy. Splorchy and crunchy and probably sappy. It's like like sap oozes out once you retrieve it. Once you extract it. This thing is poofing out some poisons. There's a lad guarding it all. Might need the amber. Yeah, because there was... Oh, flame salt. I don't know if we're gonna need this or flame stalk. But yeah, there was a person that said the amber and the... what was the other one? The other thing we were collecting earlier. It's not in here. Oh, it's probably in here. Here we go. Madness ore. That was the other one. And sneak attack. He is reflecting my damage though sometimes. Ouch. And he sounds me again. These guys are all about that silence. Spellcasters in shambles right now. So what was he guarding that was so important? Some hollowed stump that is farting in my mouth constantly. It's a cool looking dungeon. It is pretty cool, honestly. Cursed gauntlets, you say? Oh, the Drain Magic I'm not a huge fan of. And it's heavy armor, too. Yeah, I don't love that. No, thank you. It's expensive. It's valuable. 10,000 moans is nothing to sneeze at. Kind of heavy, though. Do I hear battle music? I think I hear battle music. I think I got my volume down turned too low. Oh, the game crashed, so it reset my audio. Yep. It keeps resetting my audio. For whatever reason, it never wants to save my settings. It's very frustrating. Graphic settings, at least, typically stick for a little bit, but audio settings reset anytime I close the game. It's frustrating. Probably something down below, isn't it? It's a spell in D&D. Yeah, I mean, well, it prevents people, you know, characters in this game from casting any spells. The idea of preventing any verbal components being used in Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that does limit a lot of spells. A lot of spells require some verbal component. Same thing if you're able to prevent hand use. You know, particularly involved hand actions for like, there's a word for it. I can't remember what the word is, but a word that means like hand actions to activate a spell. Gesticulations. Here he is. I knew you were somewhere. Oh, I can get the sneak attack on his ass. I shall. It usually saves on a normal shutdown. Well, that's the thing too. Like even when I set the settings manually, and then close the game, it keeps resetting to those default values. So I suspect that there's something else going on, because I definitely set the audio settings accordingly, and then we closed the game normally last night. We did have a lot of crashes, but we eventually closed it normally. That's part of why it's been a little bit weird how it's been all over the place lately. Blind Watcher's Eye. Ew. Grungy. Yeah, it's probably a .ini thing. I could probably just set it manually in that file. You know, seek it out and see if that does the trick. Venomous Ballywog. Counterspell is good. I've never really gotten a spellcaster high enough level to be able to utilize counterspell. Nothing of use in D&D, but yeah, I would believe that it probably is pretty cool once you get a high enough level. Oh, but we're talking 5th edition. Okay, yeah, that is one thing. I've never played 5th edition. All my experience is Pathfinder 1st edition and then D&D 3.5. Or, like, Dungeons and Dragons likes. That and Shadowrun. So my experience is not the most impressive, you know, relative to lots of others. Torch. Oh, I'm in the water though. Grease is better. Well, I guess if you're countering fire, but it wouldn't counter everything though. Well, unless it's different in 5th edition, maybe it is. Reverse gravity in 5th edition. I thought there was reverse gravity in Pathfinder and other things as well, but I could be mistaken. Oh, this is the door. Okay, so that's where that leads. Check the map. It's a path south and a path that way. Check the path south real quick. I'm aging myself. What it really is that partly is that I'm aging myself. The other part of it is that I have not kept up. Because I have a number of friends that play 5th edition, and I probably could join in. I could, you know, find an open space most likely. But I haven't really sought it out in a while. So I haven't really been prioritizing tabletop gaming as much as I used to. So yeah, it's not that I've like avoided it, but it definitely has been something I've neglected. And the not bone cavity. So let's check it out. Still popular after all these years, Titan, yeah. And of course you have fairly good mainstream representation with Dungeons and Dragons. It's very heavily featured in Stranger Things and other media, so I would say it's like been easier to get into D&D now, like nowadays more than ever in history, which is awesome. Welcome back, Osam. Or White Wolf. Yeah, there's other systems I've never experienced. I've never seen anything about White Wolf. I know nothing about it, but I have friends that love it and swear by it. I think I would like it based on what I've heard. Pathfinder's great, but 5th edition is the hotness. Apparently, it sounds like 5th edition's like pretty like easy to pick up. I think the general consensus is that if you've never played tabletop before, start with 5th edition. It's a good way to get your hands wet, and also encourage creativity without forcing you to learn a gigantically complicated system. I love me some Pathfinder, but it is a little bit weird. It's like a little bit complicated, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. So it is very fair, I would say, to have, you know, differing opinions on 5th edition. On Pathfinder, that is. Not everybody loves Pathfinder. Because, like, you have to... There's a lot of skills to learn. A lot of the systems are pretty involved. Apparently, 5th edition simplifies a lot of that bullshit, but still encourages, you know, role-playing and doesn't oversimplify it like it did with 4th edition. Apparently, 4th edition swung too hard in that regard, based on what I've heard. Do a quick save real quick. An MMO based on it. There is an MMO. It's called Dungeons and Dragons Online, and I don't really like it. My friends got really into it for a couple months, and I tried to play with them, and it bored me to tears. To this day, I have no idea how they stuck with it so long. I played for like hundreds of hours, and I hated it so much. It's not a bad game. It's just I don't like MMOs, so I get very bored easily by MMOs. But yeah, D&D Online. I'm sure there are some people that love it, but yeah, I got bored very quickly. Pathfinder games on weekends or something like that. That costs money? Doesn't cost money. I guess I've never thought of like paying to get into a D&D game. I know there are like the really high profile games where like professional dungeon masters facilitate games. I know that's like an odd thing to imagine, like professional DMs, but they do exist. So yeah, it's something I've never really thought about, but yeah, I guess that would be an option if you wanted like a really involved experience. You have a game, like a plan for a game, Meerkat? That'd be kind of cool. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not for DMing a game. It's you and a player. I see what you're saying. Pathfinder more like Mathfinder? Sometimes. Sometimes it do be that way. And then World of Dark. Yeah, well, World of Darkness is part of White Wolf, or maybe White Wolf is part of World of Darkness. Because yeah, Vampire the Masquerade is its own thing. I've heard mixed things about Vampire the Masquerade, the game, the tabletop system. I've heard it's cool, but I've heard not a lot of people play it nowadays. I've heard it was more of a thing like 10, 20 years ago. Then there's Warhammer. Yeah, the physical aspect, it is... Yeah, I have some friends that are still into Warhammer, and I admire it. I admire that they're into it, but it's intimidating for me, so I don't touch with a 10-foot pole. I get bored of MMOs. Yeah, I do get bored of most MMOs. But yeah, I did play a lot of Secret World Legends. Yeah, we did play quite a lot of that. Part of it is just because I wanted to put that game to bed, since there was a bunch of content I missed out. I wanted to get caught up and you know, and I feel like I had unfinished business with that game. So I'm glad I did that, but we did spend a lot of time with it. But yeah, I'm very picky about MMOs. The great thing about Secret World Legends is that you don't have to play with anybody, so you can pretty much pretend like it's a single player game. Apparently, same with Final Fantasy 14. Like everyone says, that's the new hotness. So apparently, that one's really good. So yeah, so it's called a Terrasques. I think I've never heard of before, but it sounds odd and strange. And you are also odd and strange, although again, I can't really talk too much shit given that I look like this. The Elder Gnarls. Yeah, there's something about like twisted woodsy, twisted naturey wooden things with hollowed stumps spewing poisons with gold and glacial walls inside them. It's interesting and weird. Well, Alex, it's pronounced, and then you just type out the word. That's right. That's how it's pronounced. It's Terrasque. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've actually never heard of those before. But if they're in 5th edition, that probably explains why I've never heard of them. Ooh, more friends. I will start with sneak attack. Thankfully, these guys don't seem to be terribly perceptive, which is fine by me. And again, it's kind of nice to not have to whittle these things down for 3 to 5 minutes for per combat. Like that was a pretty quick one. So it's refreshing. Oh, you were not supposed to turn around. I want to be sneaky. I want to be sneaky snake. Oh, we kind of went into sneaky mode, but then we went out of it. Woo! A lot of MMOs just aren't really doing it for you. Yeah, the only MMO that pretty much everybody who plays it seems to love is Final Fantasy 14. Apparently, and I've never played it, so I can't, weigh on this myself, but according to what I've heard from others, Final Fantasy 14 is free to play up to a pretty good portion of the game. Like, a lot of the base game is free to play. I think after a certain point, you do have to, pony up some money for the expansions, at least. But yeah, apparently a lot of it's free to play, and apparently a lot of it doesn't require multiplayer things. Like, some of, the raids and the things that require multiple people are apparently quite optional. And which is pretty compelling to people like me who don't really have much, I don't see a lot of value in a lot of multiplayer things for myself, at least. Especially for things like MMOs or RPGs, I kind of want to just do it solo. It's the idea of not being required to do multiplayer activities. It kind of goes against the philosophy of what an MMO should be, which is part of why, again, I never really got into them myself. But yeah, apparently Final Fantasy 14 is really good. I'm not being paid to say this. I've never played it myself. I've never even seen... Actually, I've seen, a few of my friends stream it for, 5-10 minutes at a time, but... Yeah, I've never really engaged with the game, so... I'm pretty far removed from it, but yeah, apparently as far as good MMOs, that's, the one shining beacon in a world of mediocrity right now. Because even, even WoW... I still have friends that play it from time to time, but most people that I talk to about WoW, they want the glory days of WoW are behind it, are behind, or what am I trying to say? Are in the past for most people, and WoW is still a special game, but most people will tell you it's not really the same like it used to be. Oh, I missed a path, so it's just a different vibe now. That's just how it goes. I mean, Final Fantasy 14 will probably also eventually, run its length as far as the golden years go. The grind equals reward. Well, yeah, some of it, yeah, like the games where you could, yeah, you spend money to get the EXP boosts that fast forward your character, but kind of cut into the what is supposed to be an enjoyable grind. I guess that's the aspect that I never really enjoyed. The idea of spending hours and hours for minimal progress. It just never felt satisfying to me. So Tarasques have been around for a while. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I've never seen them before, or like heard of them before. But again, I'm pretty out of the loop when it comes to tabletop nowadays. I was more of an anime kind of person. Yeah, because it's, I mean, a lot of the Japanese MMOs, of course, have a lot of anime kind of vibes and influences to them. I don't know so much about Final Fantasy XIV since I've never, like I said, never really engaged with the game. I don't know how JRPG the story is, but I've heard it's very good. I feel like the story is very well done and like very compelling. Cause yeah, Dave knows all about FF14. He's been playing it a whole bunch. All right, here we go. I bet this is the right path. It's a good MMO. He's avid in the community, which is good. Yeah. He knows how to tackle things. That's good. That's good that it's such a positive thing. Yeah, we're going deeper into the juncture. Black Magic's played a lot of FF14. That's, yeah. I mean, of course, Black Magic's son I used to play a lot of WoW back in the day. So, yeah, in fact, you've probably seen the whole gamut of it at Black Magic's between WoW and World of Warcraft, or WoW and Final Fantasy XIV. There was a good old-fashioned spanking. Good old-fashioned spank down happening right now. God damn. Here, I'm gonna save. This is getting weird. I don't wanna get caught with my pants down. You know what? I'm gonna stay sneaky. Well, except they can look. They're looking right at me, so I don't know how sneaky I'm being right now. Oh! You see? This is what happens. Enough teas and a 40. Yeah, I'm glad that got sniped real quick, because fuck that noise. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. The director of Final Fantasy XIV seems to get it. He seems to understand. And, of course, there's the storied history behind Final Fantasy XIV. It wasn't always that way. They had a rough start, but they realized they were lacking, and they corrected course, and now it's super successful, so it's a good, positive kind of recovery, you know, course correction that went very well. It was very necessary. Do you want to fight more of the little buddies, or are you the last of your kind? Oh man, I shouldn't have intervened. I thought they were done. Turns out they were not done. First expansion, Realm Reborn. Hell yeah, says Dave. Yeah, that's encouraging. It sounds good, man. I believe Dave's exact words when I last asked him about it were, "Alex, join us," and then he did one of these and he said, "Join us. We have cat girls." And I go, "Oh." Actually, I think he said we have bunny girls, which is maybe even more compelling than cat girls. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a tough sell for me. Of course, we've been doing some PSO kind of in the off time as well, which is kind of sort of an MMO. The idea of committing is a bit a ways off for me, but maybe one of these days my whip haul will break. I will give it the old try-reno. So we'll see. It is on my list. Gotta head off Meerkat and Titan. Of course, friends, of course. Have a great night, folks. No, it is getting late. It is after midnight here in Central Time Zone, so Eastern Time Zone folks are getting into the degen hours. Get through it mostly single player. The Realm Reborn content. With that amber. Players lining up with their party. Interesting. Actual literal wait lines. So the game doesn't get crashed. That is actually kind of pleasant. Yeah, kind of wholesome, honestly. Death Dealer. Painbringer. Great titles. So they fight each other, though. It's something to note that the goblin lads, the gobos, and swamp tentacles I've seen enough I've consumed enough content to know where this is going. But good to know that these things are not necessarily on the same side. They will fight each other. Black tar. Delicious. Black tar heroin, hell yeah. And the little wispy is drawing me to the amber. Withering Moon, we've seen those before. And more madness ore, which I think we need. Well, I don't know if we need it, but we want it, I think. Alright. And I think that was the end. Like this is like the end point of this dungeon. Where all of these heads. Well, you know, I say that. There actually is more path to explore this way. Ooh, another door. This one's all globular and gross looking. Not wood, not bone pipes. I wasn't expecting mushroom pipes yet. Here we are. Sign my ass up. Sign my pipes up. Darn it, it's too slow. I should like their poisons. Oh, and I like knocking him on his ass. Yeah, the power attack proc percentage to proc is pretty high compared to the paralyzed one. Paralyzed is more satisfying. You know, you get more out of it, but the knockback is still very fun, especially if you knock him off a cliff or something. Ouch. Bet my stuff needs to be repaired after that little tumble. It's all repaired. Repairified. More hollowed stump with gold in it. And then I vape the green smoggy gas, and then I can see new colors. This is looking more like the original dungeon we first explored when we first entered this cool place with more eggs for hatching the gromites. Clusters of 3, I guess. Time to make an omelet. Hey, here's some more madness ore. Lucky me. It's my lucky day. And a repair hammer, of all things. Weird thing to see outside of a madness ore deposit, but maybe I don't know how this shit works. Oh, another lad. In fact, what's the name of this place? Not bone pipes, alright, yeah. Now, okay, I was gonna say, ouch. Can I manage to do all this without getting the aggro of the other lad? The answer's no. Bonk. They reflect damage, baby. Can I disarm him? I actually don't know if I did. He put his bow down, but I don't know if that's because I removed it. Or if he removed it voluntarily. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, there's the knockdown. And the stab. Blech. Yeah, he still had his bow, so I didn't disarm him. What do we have here? We have a flawed ruby and just a bunch of... just a kind of a mishmash of a bunch of stuff. Like they stole a shipment of something and just threw it in the corner. And a chest. With healing potions. And a locked chest. More amber, more gold. Over encumbered, by the way, no surprise there. Could stand to fix this. That armor skill up, hell yes. I do have a lot of stuff. I'm going to do these earlier. Yeah, recharge that thing. Eventually, I'll probably want to start using some of these things. So I've got this stack of them just hoarding. I might as well use them at some point. Okay. We're not done yet. One more path. One more thread to follow. A very dilapidated looking entrance. Looks very maddened and weird. This is pretty weird and unique. I am enjoying it. Knotbone Ruins. It's all very askew. Ajar, even. Well, no, not ajar. Ajar means it's like... Actually, no, I think ajar can also work in this context. Well, actually, Alex, it's a dungeon, not a jar. If it was a jar, it would be an object to place things in. You're right. Thank you for the correction. Nameless voice. Cudgel. It looks pretty crude, all right. Also over encumbered. Looking for some stuff. I think I've got some of these things I can drop. Just drop all these. I have no reason to hang on to these. The Blind Watcher's Eye. It is weightless, which is kind of cool. That's something. Oh, I still have these. I don't think we need this anymore, but you know what? I don't know if I can part with it just yet. Yeah, I might wish to hang on to it a little bit longer. Apparently this is a quest item. Who fucking knew? I think I'll drop the bone arrows. Yeah, I say that. What if it comes up again? What if I regret my choices? Yeah, what if it comes back to bite me when I choose to drop it and then I'm sad? You know, we got it where it needs to be, but still. Just have to be choosy about what I choose to take with me. Whoa! Mad and weird. It's a good combo. It's a power combo. Oh, it would have been really cool if he would have gotten fucking obliterated by that thing. Probably did some damage though, didn't it? A little bit. There's a little bit more for you. Free of charge. Is the other one sleeping? There's one that's like horizontal over there. Little nappy naps. Over encumbered. Oh, he burdened my ass. Lame. He burdened my entire ass. So we have Pack Mule. That's my go-to. Love how it looks when the sword is not empty and actually has charges. So cool. Chameleon. I guess if I wanted to be sneaky. If I wasn't already sneaky, that is. Oh, it's not one of the big guys at all. That's just the Bollywog. Can't cut off this one of his legs. Okay. Boop. Mithril shield. That's weird to find mithril this late in the game. Because that's like that's the kind of thing you find at like level 10. So that might even be a little bit high, honestly. Oh, an urn with gold. Savannah, lots of heavy armor so far. Lots of heavy armor finds. Knot bone cellar, lots of knot bones. Back in the tree stump areas. I very much prefer this biome. I mean, they're all cool, but this like naturey nightmare biome is probably my favorite so far. Hey-ya! Surprised we got him in one shot. Gromite Beater. Is that like a Gromite Beater? It's almost like the word gummy bear. Gummy Beater. These guys are hostile, right? Yes, they are. They absolutely are. It's weird that I'm one-shotting them. I'm not used to this. Entering a new area and literally one-shotting everything. Gummy bears, quirky. I haven't had gummy bears in a while. I do enjoy them, but I'm more of a jelly beans lad. Having said that, I haven't had the pleasure of enjoying jelly beans in several years, but back in the day, that was one of my favorite like candy things around the time of Easter, you know, around the time of spring. And every year I tell myself I'm gonna like scout some out, like get myself like a big bag, like buy them online and just go ham. And I never do it, but one of these days I'm gonna make it happen. Wham! Out the door you go. See you later, fucker. I got you good, fucker. He's got stuff. Flawed topaz, more gold, flawed sapphire. Neat. Sour worms are your favorite? I'm not a huge fan of the sour stuff, but I understand the appeal. That's right, Arctic. Your timing is exquisite, my friend. Arctic was getting into some of the weirder candies. He had those durian candies. I know he said, I remember you were saying those were just kind of not his favorite, but he tried them. That was something unique. And I knew you liked the gummy sharks. And I see the gummy sharks sometimes. I'll see them out in the wild sometimes, and every time I'm like, oh, I gotta take a picture and send it to Arctic. But I know if I did that, he would just be like, Alex, buy him. Do it. He'd be the devil on my shoulder, encouraging me to indulge in my worst habits. Whispering sweet nothings into my ear. Damn, his body fucking flew. Good lord. Good lord. Yeah, the gummy sharks. The durian can. Yeah, I remember you. I commend you for trying them, dude. I commend you for giving the old college try. I mean, I've heard durian flavor is okay, but everyone talks about the smell. And the smell just overpowers. So it was a gamble. It was a gamble that was probably not going to go in your favor from like a tasteability perspective, but I like you tried it. There were those other ones you told me, though, where it's like, I think you were saying that they're not really available anymore nowadays. But there was like a candy company that used to do weird, just weird like flavors, like combinations of flavors that were, and some of which were super good. But I'll confess the details escape me. Durian tastes good but smells awful. I've heard the taste is just okay. Durian is gross. Maybe it'd be more approachable, but yeah, I mean, it probably is more approachable than actual durian, but that's hard to come back from, bud. I'm just impressed you were bold enough to try it out. The smell just wafts to your side. Yeah, you just can't avoid it, probably. It's probably less offensive than actual durian. It's probably distilled quite a bit, but still. This leads us to the realm, by the way. That's outside, right? Try the real fruit eventually. Maybe I'm getting my wires crossed. I thought it was you, Arctic, that you were telling me where there was like a candy, some kind of candy either you found out about online or maybe it was someplace in the area where you're from that was like hard to find that you used to really enjoy, and they did like weird flavors. There was like maybe a mango one. I can't remember. I might be getting my wires crossed and thinking of something else. But I thought there was a discussion about it in the Discord server. That's where my brain was. Where are we, by the way? We exited. Oh, we actually. Hold on. Yeah, not Bone Cellar. Oh, hello. So we actually didn't go that far. I was thinking maybe we would have ended up pretty close to our destination. Wasabi potato chips, but then never found them again. That's a shame, because... Oh, open cup. Oh, right. That's a shame, because I think wasabi flavored things, I guess you have to, like, kind of seek them out online. Because, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them in person, at least. But, yeah, wasabi flavored things, for a good minute there, were... I don't know how popular they were, but, like, you could find them in, like, some boutique snack places. You know why you've never found them? Is it because they just stopped making them, I'm guessing? Also, we're probably never going to do anything with stolen goods. I should probably just drop stolen things. Because we're probably never going back to the Thieves Guild anytime soon. Enemies are nearby. I can't use that. some other things I can drop to just rid myself of. Yeah, petty soul gem with nothing on them. Yeah, drop those things. The keys look really cool. Dementia and mania. Oh my god, every time I use the scroll wheel. Always a little bit spicy. Yeah, it's just getting rid of potions. This is gonna be the key then. I think I took a bunch of health potions that I have no need for. Yeah, let's drop like 10 of them. Okay, anyway, the fight can now continue. Oh boy, we found another friend. Lucky us. Over encumbered. Oh, because he burdened me, that's why. It didn't have the... Oh, wait, hold on. It did not have the can't have... Oh, you're saying that, like, they are, they're, like, not as sustainable from a... We can't sell them as much because people won't get as addicted, like that kind of thing? From, like, a snackability perspective? Because, yes, can't have just one effect probably cause a lot of snacks and potato chips to get sold a whole bunch, like sold a whole bunch extra, that is. So yeah, if a chip or a snack does not have that effect, then inevitably it means it'll sell less, which then means it gets, yeah, it just doesn't have as much of a draw. Well, that is a shame. Can I snipe his ass? Oh, I did snipe his ass. Hell yeah. Yeah, that is unfortunate to hear. Just the economics of the situation. I would think that maybe they would still be made, just, you know, be not as easy to find, but yeah, if they're just not around anymore, then that is really a shame. I've heard wasabi is real spicy. I don't think I've ever actually tasted it myself. Like the real stuff or like flavored wasabi things. But some people love it, others not so much. But I would be curious. Yeah, so we entered here and we got pooped out right here. So we did a lot of exploring and made very little progress as a result. Kind of want to stick to the main path. I guess I maybe should stick to the main path. Oh, maybe that's why it like goes over the hill and through the woods. He reflected it from that far away, really? It's basically horseradish, really? I didn't know that. Just a different experience to capsaicin. Just different kind of spice. I did not know that. Mango anything? Yeah. Same, honestly. Mango's pretty based. Unless you spend way too much money on wasabi in Japan, it is just straight up horseradish. I did not know that it was the same thing. Let's see if I can actually scale this myself. If I can Skyrim, in this case we're Oblivioning, but if I can Elder Scrolls my way up this hill, yeah, probably not. Oh, well, maybe. Oh, me of little faith. Can't jump, unfortunately. Yeah, no dice. So maybe that's why that little pass exists, because it's like the only way to get into the hills of suicides, which sounds so welcoming, doesn't it? There's apparently a tower over here. Now, I don't know if I should or shouldn't explore everything. I mean, in the base game, if you try to explore everything, it would take you, without exaggeration, thousands of hours. But it seems like this is not quite as dense with things to explore, which is probably a good thing. Much like Morrowind. Again, everyone take a drink. Take a shot. Alex mentions Morrowind. So fire does pretty good against these fools. Bonk. It still hurts, but not quite as bad. It affects the senses just in a different way. It's not as intense. Still feels the whole ass sinuses though. So it's still pretty overwhelming despite a not quite as spicy intensity. That is interesting. Yeah, I guess I can't really remember if I've had horseradish anytime recently, because I can't really like remember what it's like all that well. Okay. 12:30. Oh, TED Talk. Let's do the TED Talk. That actually might be what we do to round out the stream, because we are, well, my uptime doesn't show truly how long I've been live, but we started about 8:30. Let's do this. Let's get to the doorstep of this dungeon. There's so much I want to do. So much to do, so much to see. As the great philosophers of our time once sang. Hold on, what are these? I mean, I know what they are, but... Hello? This is a new sub-variant, a new flavor. His reaction is to punch the air, and then we killed his ass. Let's see what he was. As his body floats up as a Scalon Brute. You're a slut for mango, as you should be. That is the correct reaction. The correct reaction to a mango proposition is... extreme... what's the word? What's the word when somebody is... always down? Always down to climb. Is that another gatekeeper? He's a gatekeeper-like. Promiscuous. Promiscuousness is the reaction to mango. Ruben has horseradish on it. I guess I don't know if I've had a Ruben any time recently. So, Sown Flesh Atronach. Interesting. I've never heard of this before. He is dead. He is dead. Let's see if I can get this guy from a distance. Because those ice explosions are not nice. They are ice, though. Yeah, it's a pretty big explosion radius. Oh, I still ran into it, though. You don't want to know things I've done for half of a mango. Sown Flesh Atronach. Yeah, it looks a lot like the Gatekeeper. Right down to the sewings and the fucking morbidness with the design. Void Essence. Damn. Shit's intense. There's gonna be some wonky shit. Oh, there's 3 entrances. Wowzers. A holy trinity of dungeon things. Oh, never mind. I lied. I thought this was a door. Okay, there's only 1 door. Never mind. I'm full of shit. Well, goddamn. Thousand Island, which is not terribly similar. Oh, okay. Like a dressing and sauerkraut, usually. So this is going to be our next thing to explore. Again, I'm going way off the beaten path here. Looks like if we wanted to, we probably... Let's see, to get back to this area, we could... I mean, it'd be nice to not have to go through that very... involved path. It'd be nice to just, like, scale the mountain again. To get back to, like, the starting areas. Because, yeah, that is quite a... quite the hillside, quite a steep hill that prevents getting back to where we came from. So it'd be a shame to have to like go all the way through that dungeon again. But if that's what it came down to get back to the main area, then it would be fine. Maybe up here? Oh, hold on. Oh, I missed. I missed twice. What's that word? Verdant gnarl? Ouch. It's like a sweet pickle radish. Blam! Still just gnarl bark. Good old Gnarls Barkley. Went to Chicago. Had a good ass Reuben. Hell yeah. It ruined your favorite sandwich place. Now it's like, oh, I'm too spoiled. I can't go back. Can I ask what the sandwich place was, Arctic? Because I was in Chicago. When did we go? It would have been August? I think it was late August, early September. Is when we went. Oh, shit. When did I last save? That's unfortunate. We would have last saved... fuck. I probably lost a lot of progress, didn't I? Probably the autosave. That's a shame. That was crash number 5, I think. Ooh, doggy. Let's do the TED Talk. Let's do the TED Talk. That's a shame.